CS5, AT3 family, SRX, Enduramax, and winter favorites like the True North, Snowclaw, and Evo Winter. Get to and from your winter adventure safely with Tire-Rama and Cooper Tires. This offer is only good until November 14th, so take advantage before the snow is here to stay. Visit your neighborhood Tire-Rama or Tire-Rama.com for more details.
Hi, I'm Bill Coffey, CEO of Stockman Bank. As a family-owned and operated community bank, we are focused only on serving the people, businesses, and communities of Montana. And now we are proud to be named one of the world's best banks by Forbes. We thank our customers for the trust you have put in us to meet your financial needs. If you don't know us, stop by and discover the difference at Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking, member FDIC.
I'm so old, I remember when the World Series ended in October, not November. Let me tell you the story of the 1997 World Series between the Florida Marlins and the Cleveland Indians. Game 1 was played in Miami, the first World Series game ever in the state of Florida. The Marlins won 7-4. By the way, the temperature for that game, a warm 84. And what about game number 3 in Cleveland? Snow greeted the players during batting practice. Game time temperature, 38. Wind chill later in the game, down to 18. The coldest World Series game of all time. Cleveland won that game 10-3. But the Marlins had 4 games in sunny Miami and won the series in 7.
You bagged your trophy elk. Now imagine having its ivory handcrafted into the perfect piece of jewelry. At Legacy Diamond & Gems, their in-house jewelers can take your memory of the big hunt and preserve it into fine pieces of jewelry to last generations. Using your imagination, the skilled jewelers at Legacy Diamond & Gems can create something truly exceptional. Visit them at 11 North Main Street or online at legacydiamondgems.com. Hurry in now.
In business, in life, and in community, our values matter.
One of First Federal Bank and Trust core values is honesty and integrity above all else, to do the right things for their staff, customers, and community.
First Federal has been investing in our community for 87 years. We invite you to bank with us and see for yourself the positive impact a local bank makes on our community. First Federal Bank and Trust. Our values drive our business. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
This week on the Weekend Sports Wrap podcast, we go through a couple MLB news and notes as the World Series rolls on. The Brooklyn Nets in the NBA, unmitigated disaster. Woof, we talk about that. And then the NFL, we recap Week 8 and some crazy NFL trade deadline fiascos that happened during the episode. So make sure you tune in to the Weekend Sports Wrap podcast on SheridanMedia.com, PodcastWyoming.com, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, everyone. Brett McCrae here with your Wyoming News and Agriculture. A brand new program at the University of Wyoming has the goal of helping producers test and select bulls suited to high-altitude production environments while giving students more practical experience. Here's Assistant Professor of Animal Science and University of Wyoming Beef Specialist Shelby Rosasco.
As a department, have been kind of talking about this idea of developing a bull test because we know that brisket disease or high-altitude disease is a big problem not only in Wyoming but throughout the Intermountain West. We have a unique opportunity in Laramie. We're over 7,000 feet elevation to potentially start this bull test and provide a service to cattle producers throughout the state. They're able to bring bulls to get tested so that they know how their genetic selection against brisket disease is going, but also an opportunity for producers looking for bulls that are tested at high altitude.
To launch the high-altitude bull test and private treaty sale, UW is looking for consignments of 60 bulls this year, with a 10 head per consigner limit, and the deadline is December 2nd. Bulls will be on test from mid-January through the end of March 2023. Those animals will be pap tested at the Laramie Research and Extension Center and ultrasounded for ribeye area.
Your station for live Sheridan County sports is 1410 KWYO Sheridan.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Trevor Jackson with you, and Shane Parker joining us as well tonight on the pregame show. Coming up, we'll hear from Kevin Coyle. Will join us with his history report, and we'll hear from Bronx head coach Jeff Mowry. We're just getting started. Great to have you with us. We're back with more after this. You're listening to Bronc Football on KWYO 106.9 FM and 1410 KWYO and our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com.
In business, in life, and in community, our values matter.
One of First Federal Bank and Trust core values is honesty and integrity above all else, to do the right things for their staff, customers, and community.
First Federal has been investing in our community for 87 years. We invite you to bank with us and see for yourself the positive impact a local bank makes on our community. First Federal Bank and Trust. Our values drive our business. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
When the roads turn bad, you find out in a hurry if you need new tires. Hi, this is Chris Hayden with Hammer Chevrolet. Come in and let's get a new set of tires on your vehicle and get you safely on your way. We carry brand names like BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, Continental, Dunlop, Firestone, Goodyear, Michelin, Pirelli, Uniroyal, and more. With our price match guarantee, you never have to wait for a tire sale. Provide us with a better price at the time of purchase and we'll match it. Find a better price within 30 days of the purchase and we'll refund the difference. You can't beat our tire price match guarantee from Hammer Chevrolet. Online at hammerchevy.com.
It's been an exciting year to watch football so far. You never know what's going to happen. Make sure you watch all the action and don't miss a single game at your football headquarters, the Oasis Lounge at the Ramada Plaza. They've got the NFL package. The Oasis Lounge is open 7 days a week and opens at 10 a.m. on Sundays with food and drink specials just for football. The Oasis Lounge inside the Ramada Plaza in Sheridan.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT with EBIA Hearing and Sound. Hearing well is living well, and we're here to help.
Not only are we able to provide premier hearing aid technology with Bluetooth and AI, but we can address the environment in which you are hearing.
Our sound consultation services tailor solutions to fit your needs. Whether at work, at church, or at home, if you're struggling to hear, we can help.
Call EBIA Hearing and Sound today, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
It's been said that for every dollar spent at a locally owned business, it returns 3 times as much income into the local economy. Hi, this is Mandolin Meyer from Hospital Pharmacy West. The money you spend with a locally owned business stays in our community longer. It's just another way to recycle and help our community. When you shop local, we all win. Thank you from all of us at Hospital Pharmacy West.
Hometown Pharmacy, hometown care at Hospital Pharmacy West.
When it comes to printed, embroidered, or promotional product needs, there's only one choice in and around Sheridan County. That's Kilpatrick Creations on Brundage Street in Sheridan. Our knowledge and experience puts us ahead of all others. Our expertise guarantees you a quality and affordable product each and every time. Our pricing is fair and consistent, our garment selection is extensive, and our quality is unmatched. So for your next screen printed, embroidered, or promotional product order, go straight to the experts at Kilpatrick Creations. Remember, we're here to make you look good.
For a great time, come out and watch the Sheridan Broncs as they go for another winning season.
You can't beat high school sports when it comes to the Sheridan Broncs. These young men give it their all with pride and strive to bring home that win.
That's right, Kathleen. With hard work and dedication, that makes us all proud to live in a great community in Sheridan, Wyoming.
If you're looking for a team that works hard with dedication, call Kathleen and Jack at Best Real Estate, EXP Realty, at 307-763-1249.
Call Kathleen and Jack to get ready to pass.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
And welcome back, everyone. Trevor Jackson along with Shane Parker with you on KWYO and our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com. It's the Final Four now. Of course, our game tonight, the Sheridan Broncs hosting Cheyenne Central. Cheyenne East is hosting Natrona County. The winners tonight play for the title next Saturday in Laramie at War Memorial Stadium. We'll hear from Kevin Coyle coming up, and also we'll hear from head coach Jeff Mowry as they get ready for the matchup tonight.
In business, in life, and in community, our values matter.
One of First Federal Bank and Trust core values is honesty and integrity above all else, to do the right things for their staff, customers, and community.
First Federal has been investing in our community for 87 years. We invite you to bank with us and see for yourself the positive impact a local bank makes on our community. First Federal Bank and Trust. Our values drive our business. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
Shop like you mean it this November at Sheridan Motors. It's our Black Friday sales event all month long. Now's the time to check out Sheridan Motors 2022 and 2023 inventory. Experience the new Ram 1500 and Ram Heavy Duty best-in-class power and comfort. Test drive a new Jeep Grand Cherokee L, Jeep Wrangler, or Jeep Gladiator. Find out about new incentives, including special financing offers and bonus cash for those who qualify. Visit Sheridan Motors at 3270 Wrench Drive today.
Brand identity is an integral part of your company. It's how the public views your organization and relates to your business. The folks at Alpha Graphics are experts in helping you grow your brand through strategic and consistent marketing plans. Their goal is to help you get noticed and get business. Go to alphagraphicssheridan.com to request a quote today, or stop by their new location at 2266 North Main Street in Sheridan.
Have you been to the showroom at Thompson Master Masons? If you're thinking about doing a masonry project, you need to stop by and check it out. Thompson's located on the corner of Broadway and 11th in Sheridan with a showroom full of brick and stone samples. They offer both man-made and natural stone. As a matter of fact, Thompson Master Masons has the widest selection of stone, block, and brick in town. Wholesale or retail, contact Thompson Master Masons.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-size refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming is proud to welcome fellowship-trained sports medicine surgeon Dr. Daniel Lichty to their world-class team. Whether you're an athlete or wanting to continue your active lifestyle, Dr. Lichty proudly offers a full spectrum of bone, joint, and muscle care to help you stay strong. Visit BHOSC.com to learn more. Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming, specializing in what moves you. Now open in Sheridan at 1301 Avon Street, Suite A at the Burton Flats.
The Wyoming Way. Living in the 307 is close to heaven, and the home we love is made all the better when we take care of our neighbors. When you bank with the Bank of Sheridan, your money stays here, working in our community as hard as you do. We offer great rates and service, and all loan decisions are made locally. You work hard out there. Let us do the same for you. Stop by today and experience the local difference. It's the Wyoming Way. BuffaloFed.Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For Sheridan Media Sports, I'm Kevin Coyle with your Sheridan County High School football history report for the playoff semifinals. Information provided by Wyoming-football.com. For Cheyenne Central at Sheridan, this game kicks off on Friday at 6 p.m. Sheridan won the first meeting between the two teams in 1912, while Cheyenne Central picked up their first win in 1936. Sheridan leads the series 49-27 with one tie, including the postseason, and has won the last three meetings, 15 of the last 16, and 18 of the last 20, as well as the win earlier this season. As far as games at Sheridan go, Sheridan leads 30-12 with one tie. In the postseason, Sheridan leads 7-0, including a 4-0 record at Sheridan. The two teams last met in the postseason in last year's quarterfinals. Sheridan's longest win streak versus Cheyenne Central is 12 from 2011 to 2019, while Cheyenne Central's longest win streak versus Sheridan is 5 from 1976 to 1980 and from 2000 to 2007, no games played from 2003 to 2005. Sheridan has shut out Cheyenne Central 6 times, the last in 1995, with every shutout happening at Sheridan, while Cheyenne Central has shut out Sheridan 3 times, the last in 1980. Sheridan's largest margin of victory versus Cheyenne Central is 47 in 2017, 54-7, while Cheyenne Central's largest margin of victory versus Sheridan is 54 in 1979, 64-10. The most points that Sheridan has scored in a game versus Cheyenne Central is 66 in 2015, 66-21, while the most points that Cheyenne Central has scored in a game versus Sheridan is 65 in 2000, 65-35. The two teams have gone to overtime once versus each other in 1999, with Sheridan winning 37-34 at Sheridan. With your Sheridan County High School Football History Report, I'm Kevin Coyle for Sheridan Media Sports.
One season, 2 halves, 4 quarters, 1 halftime, 1 final whistle. A season of memories to last a lifetime. Don't let distractions turn those memories into tragedies. Texting while driving is a dangerous distraction. Sending or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving the length of an entire football field with your eyes closed. Whether you're driving to the game or down the court, YDOT reminds you to stop the texts and stop the wrecks.
Paid for by YDOT Federal 402 funding.
If you're looking for a new bank, we're looking forward to serving you. Hi, this is Nicole Christensen from First Bank of Wyoming. We have a simple promise here: to help our neighbors be financially stronger tomorrow than they are today. We're devoted to keeping that promise because we care deeply about this community and we want to see it thrive. Let us show you what we mean. Stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2 today. First Bank of Wyoming, Division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC.
If you have employees coming to stay for an extended time in Sheridan, make them feel at home with a room at the Candlewood Suites. These extended stay rooms feature fully equipped kitchens, including a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding view of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll have more than just a room. They'll feel right at home. Call 307-675-2100.
Farmers Co-op, home of the 99-cent soda, is also one of the best places in town to grab that morning coffee and a few snacks to go. Or stop in for a quick lunch. Farmers Co-op has tasty deli soups and delicious Ligurski hot dogs and sausages. My favorite is the Polish with a little mustard and sauerkraut. Mmm. Tie one of those together with a soda and some chips and life is good. Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan.
Fremont Motors Sheridan Ford is one of the largest Ford dealerships in the state of Wyoming. They have a large selection of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs for sale. Stop by Fremont Motors Sheridan Ford to order your new Ford Bronco or Ford truck. Their experienced sales team are there to help. When you shop Fremont, you can count on them to deliver an exceptional dealership experience from start to finish. Visit FremontMotorsSheridan.com or stop by 1658 Coffeen Avenue.
WWC Engineering is a multidisciplinary professional firm specializing in civil, site, environmental, and land development, mining, oil and gas, and so many more services. Winter puts the brakes on many types of construction work. A well-executed project requires detailed planning, which can take months. Get yourself prepared. The winter is a great time to survey your upcoming projects for the spring. WWC Engineering will be there to take on your toughest jobs. Call 672-0761 or visit wwcengineering.com. Well, Jeff, as you get ready to go tonight, the next step is the semifinals. Got through last week, and now it's that next step for the kids.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Trevor. You know, we put ourselves in a good situation at the end of regular season, got a home field advantage. We took care of business last week against Laramie, and then Cheyenne Central roll into town, and they are playing well, so we got our hands full tonight.
All 4 teams left. Somebody asked me the other day, and I said, hey, look, it's a coin flip right now on who can win the whole thing. Any one of the 4 teams left, and we can just base that really on the games that you played against these 3 that are left, that how tight the margin of error for everyone is razor thin, and that means that any one of the 4 can win a state championship.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Trevor. I think every one of the 4 here can win it. I think it's wide open, and it's whoever's going to put 2 quality games together against very good opponents is going to go earn this championship. And you know, some people might say the other side of the bracket in East and Natrona, that wasn't a close one the first round. It was 7-33, but Natrona turned the ball over 6 or 7 times in that game, and I think that's going to be a close matchup. You know, we pulled one out in week 1 against Central by 3 in the last, kind of last few seconds we hit a field goal, and it was a crazy finish to that game. And so really, really tight ball games, I think, this weekend.
Let's talk about Central. Obviously, from week 1 to week 10 now, going into week 11, really, they have got to look really improved on film.
Yeah, they just like our team started the year what they thought they were going to do, and they've modified quite a bit. They were in an odd front defense in week 1, and now they're playing a lot more even front. Bartlett and Talich were playing an outside linebacker position, and now they're playing a defensive end position. So they've adjusted some things. They've moved number 22 from a corner to an outside linebacker, and he's fast and effective there. And so they've made some adjustments just like we have, and boy, they've grown throughout the season.
Okay, we're going to see them. They want to run the ball first and foremost. They want to make this kind of a physical matchup, kind of like what we saw at Natrona a few weeks ago.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Trevor. They want to control the ball. They run the ball 80% of the time. They get downhill at you. Bartlett's 220 pounds. Their tailback number 9's 200 plus, and they come at you physically. Their offensive and defensive lines are very, very physical, and they come at you. And they'll come at you. They'll come at you, and they'll lull you to sleep with the run, and then they'll try to sneak a play action over the top, and it's been very effective for them this year.
Let's talk about you preparing your guys. Obviously, we always like to say, are we at full strength this week, health-wise?
We're always battling a little bit of injury, but for the most part, Deed Kirshner didn't play a week ago. He broke a hand in practice, and we're hoping to get him back, and he'll have a big old club on his hand. But I think we'll get him back, and that'll be great to have him back. He's a good offensive and defensive lineman for us, and just a senior leader that's done a good job. And so just getting him back on the field would be great. Other than that, we're fighting some sickness like everybody is this time of year. But other than that, I think we're going to be in good shape.
What do you see as, I know couple of the most important things, we'll get to that, but when you without giving things away, and that's not what this pregame show is about, but let's talk about kind of your feelings going in, what you want to see just kind of in general offensively. Just keep it multiple and keep what you're doing, or how are you going to handle it?
The theme of the week for us this week was physicality. They really established themselves throughout the year, I thought, as a very, very physical team. And we've got to establish ourselves from the very get-go as a physical team as well. That line of scrimmage will be key. Who's dominating the line of scrimmage, or who's maintaining the line of scrimmage? And we've got to do that, especially defensively. If they get good push on their offensive line and then follow that with a 200-pound fullback and a 220-pound quarterback, it's going to be tough. We've got to be physical at the point of attack, and we've got to tackle low, and we've got to get on legs. And so pad level and physicality, I think, are going to be huge.
I remember the first time that you played a Natrona for a state championship. I think Coach Julian said, this week we just got to be tough. And it seems like that's this kind of team where the kids need to have that toughness mentality this week.
Yeah, Trevor, you're exactly right. And you could probably liken the way Central is playing right now to the way Natrona did when we played them at Natrona a few weeks ago. And they want to run the ball, and they want to take it right at you, and they want to march the field play after play after play after play. And we've got to just bow our necks and play with them. And we've got to find ways to put them in second and long and third and long, so they have to get out of their comfort zone. I think Coach McEwen, doing the stats over the last 4 or 5 games, I think they've had 4 plays of 3rd and 5 or more. Other than that, they put themselves in short yardage situations so you can continue to run the ball. So we've got to find ways to put them in a down and distance they're not comfortable with.
Last week, a lot of penalties. Did that bother you at all?
Yes, absolutely. The turnovers and penalties I thought were huge. We put 2 fumbles on the ground, both of which Laramie recovered, and then 128 yards in penalties. That's just not okay. And one of our goals in offensively, especially this week, was control the controllables. And we've got to control we control if we turn it over, and we control our penalties. And so we've got to do a lot better job in those areas.
That's kind of the big 3. Penalties, turnovers, and special teams will turn this game. Going under the assumption it'll be the same for the other game. These games, I'm assuming, are going to be close, but it comes down to those little things, and one big play here or there could turn the whole tide for one team or the other.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Trevor. Those things are going to be huge. And, we talk about special teams oftentimes, and we take a lot of pride in ours. And Cheyenne Central does as well. They have 2 kickoff returns that they've taken for a touchdown this year against Thunder Basin and Cheyenne East, so to high-quality opponents. They've got some speed on the back end that we've got to be aware of, and kickoff cover's been tough for us, so our kickoff cover team's really got to do a great job of penning in number 22, because once he gets to the edge, he's fast, and he'll make us look bad. So really got to do a good job with our scheme on special teams, and then be disciplined with our penalties.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Trevor.
In business, in life, and in community, our values matter.
One of First Federal Bank and Trust core values is honesty and integrity above all else. To do the right things for their their staff, customers, and community.
First Federal has been investing in our community for 87 years. We invite you to bank with us and see for yourself the positive impact a local bank makes on our community. First Federal Bank and Trust. Our values drive our business. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
There aren't many faces people are excited to see first thing in the morning before they've even had their coffee. But the McDonald's drive-thru workers who take your order on the way to work have almost all of those faces.
Get your $1 any size hot coffee with caramel paired with a sausage McMuffin. Right now, buy one sausage McMuffin and get another one for just $1. Price and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Do you love what you do? Well, I do. Hi, this is Jill Bates with Best Real Estate. I have the pleasure of working with many amazing people every day, assisting them with the next chapter, whether buying or selling. Real estate is not just looking at pretty homes. There are lots of hoops, steps, and challenges to overcome, and people to coordinate to achieve a successful closing. We don't expect you to know what to do. You don't do this every day like we do. Let me and my outstanding and caring team at Best Real Estate be your guide and make the start of your next chapter a success. Give us a call today, 675-BEST. As always, make it a great day.
Brokered by EXP.
Are you thinking about going to college, but you're not sure where to start? Sheridan College is here to help guide you every step of the way. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday during business hours to meet with an enrollment expert and get your questions answered about financing, whether to go full or part-time, degree programs, and more. With over 50 programs of study, they truly have something for everyone. Find out more at sheridan.edu.Sheridan College. Begin your journey.
Are you looking to ease a financial burden, secure college funding, make home improvements, consolidate debt? Hi, this is Matt with Homestar. These are all things we can help you with. Don't let national news stop you from exploring options to solve your problems and ease your mind. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Grinnell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com.
Get where you want it.
Homestar, your easiest way home.
Wyoming corporate office is located at 30 North Gould Street in Sheridan, and they provide a myriad of services. What is a registered agent, you may ask? The real question is, what aren't they? Wyoming corporate office can assist you in forming your LLC or Wyoming-based corporation, provide mail forwarding service, and accept legal and financial documents, and so much more. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
The Sheridan County 1 cent optional tax is on the ballot November 8th. Many public projects in Sheridan County are paid for in part by 1 cent funds. Some of these projects include funding for parks and recreation, funds for facilities projects for seniors, public health, and more. As our county continues to grow, we need to stay proactive with our planning and development. This is Doris Muller with ERA Carroll Realty, and we ask you to vote yes on the Sheridan County 1 cent tax.
No shirt? No shoes? No problem. Online banking is fast and convenient with Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. If you have a smartphone, you can do your banking from anywhere, including remote deposit. Just take a picture of your check and send it. It's that easy. And you'll instantly have access to the first $200 available and the rest shortly thereafter. Yep, banking is that easy with remote deposit at Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back to Homer Scott Stadium, everybody. Trevor Jackson and Shane Parker with you as we get ready to roll tonight. The Sheridan Broncs taking on Cheyenne Central. And first and foremost, Shane, before we talk about the game tonight, Bighorn punched their ticket to the championship next Friday in the 2A today.
The Rams got it done today. They won that game 7-0. Just a real defensive battle all afternoon. The Rams scored in the second drive of the game, their second offensive drive. That one touchdown held up, even though they committed 4 turnovers this afternoon.
And they get the winner of Cokeville-Lovell. That game will be played tomorrow. And let's get to our game tonight. Look, the Bronx kicked a late field goal, first game of the year. Yep. They turned it over. Central gave it right back to them, and Colson Kuhn kicked the game winner in the closing seconds. The Final Four, and we talked about this. We heard Jeff Mowry talking about it in the pregame show. The Final Four right now, with Natrona and East going at it down in Cheyenne, any one of the 4 are legitimate state champs.
For
they
sure.
really are.
Any of these 4 teams are very, very capable of winning it all next Saturday evening or early afternoon evening at War Memorial Stadium. The nice thing is the Bronx are going to be here on their home field where they are 7-0 all time against Cheyenne Central in the playoffs.
Cheyenne Central got here really early today, this afternoon. They left yesterday. And my big thing is, and this is just because I've been doing this a long time, I think you stay with your routine. On a normal travel day, you would drive, and you're going to get, if the game kicks 6, you want to get there at 4, is what most teams do. They left yesterday, practice, and then came in today. And I'm thinking they're either nervous or they're putting way too much into this. And I really like the fact that the Bronx, and we know kind of the mantra the coaches are going to put on these guys. Look, Central's going to have to take it away from them tonight.
For sure. But they are very capable. They've got athletes at all positions. They have they've stumbled a couple times this year. Obviously, they lost to the Big 3. They lost to Sheridan. They lost to East. They lost to Natrona. Those are their only 3 losses all year. They just absolutely pounded Thunder Basin last weekend. And the Bronx have got to focus on a lot of guys tonight. But number 7, Keegan Bartlett, has got to be the guy that they stop.
And then you got Chase Talich. They moved him into the backfield. So you got Chase Talich in the backfield. So you got really 2 great, Bartlett and Talich in the backfield, and they want to run the football. And, and Mowry talked how physical they want to be. Well, the Natrona team a few weeks ago was really, you talk about tough and rugged running the ball.
Specimens.
And the Bronx did a good job against them, ended up winning that game. But we'll just have to wait and see. I think really the Bronx won the toss. They'll get the ball to start the ball game. If you can big play the dog out of them, how we said last week, if the Bronx can smack in a couple early, especially if they hit a big one, let's put doubt in their minds.
Well, you have to be more physical. The Bronx offensive and defensive line, they're not real big. But you have to be more physical in the trenches to win that game tonight.
And they kind of punish them. We're not. You know what? We're not the biggest. We're not the fastest. But I'll tell you what. I really think they'll knock it out of you.
Yeah, we are aggressive, and that's what I really like. This is the 15th consecutive semifinal game for the Sheridan Bronx. Who does that? 15 consecutive semifinals?
You and I went back to the history of the state championships being in War Memorial Stadium back in 2009. The Bronx have been there 9 times. They've won 7.
Yeah,
that's insane.
There's 12 years. It's actually 13 years, but obviously in 2020 they did not play that game at War Memorial Stadium because of COVID. They were played at the home sites. The Bronx have been there 9 times. They've won 7, dropped 2 games. Cheyenne Central's never been there.
Smallest?
Actually, they were there one time back in the very first year, 2009.
Yeah, 2009, and Cody Williams is still running that kickoff back on. Yeah. By the way, to open the game. He's still running. By the way, that was so many years ago. He must be halfway around the world right now.
Yeah, their last state championship win was in 2005.
That was a good club.
Sheridan head coach Jeff Mowry took over this program in 2018. He's 49-8 in those 5 years. 49-8 with 2 state titles. Mike Apodaca, the head coach for Cheyenne Central, he took over the same time, head coach in 2018. Cheyenne Central comes in with their head coach, 26 wins, 25 losses over the same time.
You know what? This is a good ball club, and I think every team turns the corner, and I think Cheyenne Central has turned the corner, and here we go. This is going to be a good grudge match, and whatever happens tonight, whatever goes down next Saturday in Laramie, they're going to be good grudge matches.
One more big stat, just to you've been doing this a long time, since like 1988. I went back to 1990, the year I graduated high school. There's been 31 state championship games played since 1990. Mm-hmm. Sheridan has played in 16 of those.
How good is that?
16 state championships since 1990.
You can almost guarantee a kid at Sheridan High School, if you come out to play football, we'll get to a state championship game.
They're 12-4.
That's awesome.
Over those 16 games. So just some food for thought going into tonight's semifinals.
So the kicker is Pedersen. He'll boot it away.
I bet we'll see if they kick it deep.
We'll see how they handle this. Kentner is back deep with Steele. And here's the opening kickoff. Bronx will be moving from the left to right across your radio down to big boomer. This one will be not returnable off the fingertips and into the back of the end zone. Again, in high school rules, that ball gets into the end zone. They kill it. It's a touchback.
It should have been returnable right through the hands of Dane Steele.
I think Dane was thinking, I'm going to go, and it was that, you run before you catch it. So the Bronx will have it 1st and 10 on their own 20. And here we go. Again, Bronx left to right across your radio dial as we start it. And thank you for joining us on KWYO, 1410 AM, 106.9 FM, and our live video web stream.
Before we get this first playoff, Colson Kuhn has rushed for over 4,000 yards in his high school career here at Sheridan High School. Coming into tonight's game, we need to have a big dose of Colson Kuhn tonight.
Number 5 is going to get the ball a lot, and they're going to send him into the backfield right now. They'll put him out as a wide receiver.
Actually, he's in it, the Wildcat.
He's in it right now. He's going to take the direct snap. Kuhn going to run it to the right side for a couple. That'll be it. Well, he's a mark man. The quarterback, Trona, Colson Kuhn, you're a mark man, but still, somehow, some way, it's a gain of 3, by the way, on the play. Somehow, some way, keep doing it. 4,000 yards?
4,004 yards coming into tonight's game.
I haven't walked 4,004 yards in the last 20 years.
Yeah. 479 carries for 4,004 yards.
That's crazy.
And 58 touchdowns. That's 8.35 yards a carry.
Isn't that something?
In his high school career.
Same set. Colson will take the snap, so he'll run at the quarterback spot. On 2nd and 7, keep it again up the gut, breaks it. He's at the 35-40. Now he's into the clear midfield. It's a foot race for a touchdown. 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Colson Kuhn! Wow! Wow! Oh, my goodness. 77 yards.
So make that 4,084 yards on those 2 carries tonight.
Wow. That was right up the middle, and he breaks it right up the gut, bounce to the outside, and here we go. We talked about big play the dog out of him. They got one. And now Colson will have the PAT. Wow. Bananas. Second play from scrimmage. Not even a minute in, the Bronx are on the scoreboard, and Cheyenne Central's like, oh, dang. And Kuhn will have the PAT. We are not even a minute into the game. 7-0 Bronx on the Range scoreboard. You listen to Bronx football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Touchdown Bronx! Touchdown Bronx!
Jack, what are you doing? The neighbors can hear you.
With all the touchdowns the Bronx are going to make this year, I felt I needed the practice. We both like to give our best when given a helping hand.
That's right. We're always willing to give a helping hand to our clients when it comes to buying or selling their property. We even do a free market analysis to anyone that calls.
Our clients score a touchdown whenever they work with us at Best Real Estate eXp Realty.
Call Kathleen and Jack and get ready to pack at 307-763-1249.
And welcome back, everybody. All I can say, Shane, is we had this conversation a couple weeks ago as wow. Oh, my goodness, they did it again. 77 yards, second play from scrimmage. And again, that was just up the middle, snap it to him, go, and then he broke it to the outside. It was over.
Richard Prescott is the return man.
He's dangerous.
He's got 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns this year. We've got to kick it away from number 22 for sure.
So we'll see how Ty Gilbertson will play it, and they're going to hit a low liner. And the ball's going to be dropped at the 5, going to pick it up and bring it out, get to the outside. Oh, look out. We got some room out there, and Central is going to have great field position. They're going to even have a better field position. They're going to return a kickoff maybe for a touchdown, and is it 6 or did we step out of bounds? I think we stepped out of bounds.
There's a block in the back at the 33-yard line.
So this is coming back. So Central returns the next kickoff for a touchdown. Oh, my goodness.
We could see it set up. That's been one of the weak spots of the Bronx all year. Is kickoff return. And they've got
the wall was set up, wasn't it?
It was.
But we got a penalty flag down at the Bronx 33.
And the Central coaches are going ballistic. Are they?
Yeah.
They're picking it up.
So it's going to be a Central touchdown. Wow. Well, there's your answer. Oh. There's your answer.
Personal foul, face mask, kicking team. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced for them.
Oh, so it wasn't a block in the back. It was a personal foul face mask on the Bronx.
And now Pedersen will come on for the point after. Wow. There's an answer for you right there, my friends.
Yeah. So,
who was that? Who ran it back?
The other return man.
So Pedersen for the point after, and we are tied, and we are not. We're just barely a minute into the ball game. We're tied at 7. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO. 106.9
This is Logan
FM.
Bishop with the Best Real Estate Team, bringing you the best tip of the week. Many of you know that our office is no longer on caffeine, but that leaves the question, how do you get a hold of us? Well, the best number is still active. 307-675-2378 is now routed to our personal phones. So that means you can now call or text the best number to contact the team. And if no one answers, one of our team members will respond to your voicemail or text as soon as possible. So call or text the best team at 307-675-BEST or visit our website at bestofby.net. By EXP.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, we are off to unbelievable start. Colson Kuhn scores on the second play from scrimmage, and Cheyenne Central runs kickoff back for a touchdown. Now, it'll be Central kicking it off from the Sheridan 45 after
this one will get in the end zone.
Penalty. And so Patterson, I'm sure, will blast out of the back of the end zone, go back to work. But, that kickoff return coverage has been an issue.
It's been an issue all year.
Well, you can see it. I mean, Pauly got to about the 30-yard line, Shane. You could see the wall was set up, and you're like, oh, no. So, you know what? You pooch kick it here, try for something goofy. Or, you know what? I think you just banged this into the parking lot, don't you?
Oh, yeah. You can't let Sheridan get a return on this.
Well, you don't want to kick it out of bounds or kick it out, and they get it to the 20. And they're going to onside kick. No, they will not. They'll just kick it out of the back. I thought he was going to onside kick it. It's the way he approached the ball. He'll kick it out of the back of the end zone. 1st and 10 Bronx on their own 20. We're tied at 7 on the Range scoreboard. 10:55 to play opening quarter on the Range scoreboard.
I like how the Bronx, on that first offensive possession, they brought in an extra offensive lineman to use as the motion guy. And it's Alex Haswell. He lines up almost as a tight end, but they motion him coming across and use him as the lead blocker.
And right now he'll line up as a tight end to the near side or the right side of the field.
And Colson's in Wildcat again with Taryn Grooms in the backfield.
So Kuhn will take the snap at the quarterback spot. 1st and 10 Bronx, and now the Bronx will shift. We saw this shift at Natrona County, and they're going to run that way to the short side. Colson cuts back, 35-yard line, 40. Now at midfield down the sidelines, and he will run out of room. Take it out of bounds at the Central 30.
48 yards.
It's just going to be big play. Unbelievable. I love it.
128 yards on 3 carries. And a touchdown.
I sarcastically laugh. 1st and 10 Bronx at the Central 32 as Kuhn gets out the gate again. And Colson will stay in there at the quarterback spot. Taryn Grooms in there as a wide receiver. You got Berrettini out there, wide receivers, Kentner, and also Dane Steele to the far side.
You take a look, the Bronx receivers do such a good job blocking downfield. It just opens things up for the backs.
1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of Central. Haswell in motion, and the Bronx are going to call a timeout. Jeff Mowry didn't like what he saw. So the Bronx will burn a timeout, so will we. We're tied at 7. You listen to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Bomber Mountain Nutrition would like to thank all of those who served, not only this time of year, but all year round with their Veterans Discount. Whether you're in the mood for delicious, nutritious, or somewhere in between, Bomber Mountain Nutrition has something for you from its shakes, smoothies, energy drinks, Manchester Street coffees, protein-packed drinks, to pre- and post-workout drinks. You can also turn any smoothie or shake into a protein-packed bowl or waffle. Open weekdays 7 to 6 and Saturdays 9 to 4. Look for updates on Facebook and Instagram, and order delivery on DoorDash or come in at 41 East 1st Street.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. 10:47 to play. I mean, we're just underway. We're tied at 7, and here come the Sheridan Bronx back on the attack. 1st and 10 from the Central 32. Again, the Bronx just burned a timeout, and Colson Kuhn, your quarterback, with 4 wides in the set. And Haswell will go in motion to the far side. He'll get set at that tight end spot. And now we'll bring Kentner in motion. Jet sweep to Kentner. And he'll try to get to the edge. Not a whole lot there, but he makes something out of nothing. He'll pick up about 5 or 6.
And I see a flag coming in late as well. They're
Holding.
probably going to get a hold on the edge. But they bit so hard on that. Boy, next time if he fakes that and keeps it to Kuhn, he's walking in the end zone.
So holding will be the call. It was thrown, I think, right at the 30-yard line, so they'll back it up to the 40. So it'll be first down for the Bronx.
And about 17.
So first and 17 from the Central 40. 10:41 to go. Opening quarter. I mean, we are just underway. We've had lots of fireworks to start it. On first down from the Central 40. Again, Kuhn stays in there at the quarterback spot. Actually, you know who's in there right now? Gilby's back in there, and Kuhn's going to go line up to his left side as a running back. Central showing the heat. Here it comes. Going to throw underneath, get the ball to Steele, and Dane will take it to about the 35 as he picks up about 5 yards. So 2nd and 13 coming for the Bronx.
Miller on the tackle.
As they threw that screen pass underneath to Steele. And Gilby will stay in there at the quarterback. Actually, he's going to come out, and Taryn Grooms will come on. So 2nd and 13 for the Bronx at the 35-yard line of Central. Kuhn, your quarterback. Grooms in the backfield with him. 3 wide receivers near side. Haswell now will make a move and go into motion. Now he'll set at the tight end spot, and here they come. Kuhn cuts back, looking for blockers, got him. In a scrum, will take it, and he's close to a first down, but about a yard shy inside the 25. Well, now it's 3rd and manageable. Well, now you're in 2-down territory now.
Yep.
It'll be 3rd and about 2 from the 24 of Central.
11 more yards on that carry.
And that play just showed you that time it wasn't just flat out get in the open and go. He waited and waited and waited for those blockers to make some room for him. So Haswell, the big guy, will come out. Going to bring another wide receiver in on this set. And Gilbertson will stay on the sidelines. It'll be Kuhn with Steele in the backfield with him now. And now we got a whistle and equipment issue with one of the Central players or something. He's going to, I think, might have an injured player.
Richard Prescott.
I think he's hurt. Looks like he's holding that left arm and left shoulder. Yep, he's in a little discomfort as he comes off. So they'll bring a sub in. And now Kuhn ready to go. He'll take the snap. Going to give it underneath. Gives it to Steele. He's going to run, and he's going to score. It is Dane Steele from 24 yards, and the Bronx are back in the lead.
What a great call. Unbelievable. Flipped it on the reverse, and no one got a hand on him. Yeah.
So a 35-yard run from Dane Steele. And the Bronx are back out in front. Colson Kuhn for the point after. And 8:46 left in the first quarter. And again, it's been a fireworks display by these two teams. Bronx with a couple of big runs for touchdowns and a kickoff return by Central. Extra point is up and good. 8:46 to go, opening quarter. On the range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 14, Cheyenne Central 7. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
It's been an exciting year to watch football so far. You never know what's going to happen. Make sure you watch all the action and don't miss a single game at your football headquarters, the Oasis Lounge at the Ramada Plaza. They've got the NFL package. The Oasis Lounge is open 7 days a week and opens at 10 a.m. on Sundays with food and drink specials just for football. The Oasis Lounge inside the Ramada Plaza in Sheridan.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, Prescott is back on the field, Shane, to return this kick. Paulie's back there with him. Do you think Ty Gilbertson will kick this away, or are they just going to fire one along the ground? Take another chance. 14-7 Bronx. 8:46 to go, opening quarter. Again, Cheyenne Central's touchdown was a 95-yard kickoff return from Paulie. And we'll see how the Bronx want to play it. And Gilbertson will kick a low line drive. It's Paulie again on the bounce. Will take it at the 9-yard line, bring it out to the sidelines, lowers his head, going to be taken down.
Actually, it's Mason Counter.
And the ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line. So the first time tonight, we're going to see the Cheyenne Central offense.
And we've heard that they put in a whole new offense for this week.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know what the whole new offense is. You got Bartlett as the quarterback and Chase Tallish as the running back. I mean, I think those two dudes got to handle the ball, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And Reisdorfer will line up in the backfield. Here's the snap. Going to be the quarterback, Bartlett, keeping it, scampering around, getting loose in the secondary. Still on his feet. He'll have a first down, a gain of 12.
Boy, he is a load, isn't he?
Big old kid. Gained about 12 or 13 yards for a first down. And again, that was just kind of tiptoe through the tulips, and then he got going downhill. Gain of 13, and 1st and 10 for Central, just shy of their own 43 or 38-yard line. 38-yard line. 4 wides in the set, bring him out in motion. Bartlett again, and this time he is hit. Going to be drilled at the 40 and driven back. A gain of a yard and a half. That'll be it.
Bartlett keeps it.
Right to the 40-yard line.
There first for Sheridan.
So a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 coming. The thing about, the secondary has a lot of pressure on him tonight because about the time they lull you to sleep with that action, he's going to throw it over the top. 2nd and 8 for Central from their own 40. On the end around, they're going to give it to, I think is it Jackson Whitworth?
Miles Porwall.
Yeah, Porwall will take it out. And now we've got, flags flying. One of the Bronx just got drilled by an offensive lineman downfield, and it was Kentner. I think we're going to get a 15-yard personal foul.
Draven Young just pile drive Matthew Kettner.
The thing about it is it's going to be a personal foul in Central.
Yep.
You can't do that.
Yep.
We see this stupid stuff on Sunday and Saturday. We saw the Michigan thing last week. You can't do that.
It's going to be 3rd and 1 if you just let the play go, and now it's going to be.
You can't,
Let's see what they do
even
here.
if our guys do that stuff, you got to take him out of the game, and you need to rip him and say, get back out there because you just cost us.
Right.
That's how you cost your team games, by doing stupid stuff like that.
Dead ball.
Because that's just dumb.
Personal foul. Offense. 15 yards.
That kind of penalty is ejectable,
Yep.
I think. He's lucky. Because you know what? There's certain officials you'd be booted for that. Oh, boy. If this comes back to bite Central, we'll see if it will. They're going to mark the ball back to the 33-yard line. So it'll be, what is it? It'll be 3rd and about 15, 3rd and 16. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, because it's a dead ball foul, so the play counted, and it was after the play was over.
Wow, Bartlett ready to take the snap. That is not what they needed for sure. You just can't do that. Bartlett rolling to his right, gonna run. Bounces to the outside, has a little room, now going to be taken down near the 42, 43-yard line, and 4th down coming, and I'm sure Central will punt, won't they? But you're at that spot of the field, Shane. You might fake it from here.
Dane Steele and Jackson.
4th and 5.
Jackson Lynn
You know
back
what?
there.
You're down 14-7. I don't think you got to get crazy right now and do a fake. Do you? Pedersen, the punter, he's also the kicker. The 2 dangerous guys back. They're going to bring Dane Steele off and keep Kettner in. So it's Kettner by himself to receive this punt. And they will kick it away. And it's a good kick. Kicks it away from Kettner. And it will take a Bronc bounce near the 30. And it will be Bronc ball at their own 27-yard line, 28-yard line. That's okay. Boy.
Good stop.
Personal foul penalty.
Yep.
You just can't do it. You can't do.
You got to be disciplined. And, the Bronx had 15 penalties called on them last week, and I'm sure that was a big point of emphasis for Coach Mowry and the boys this week.
Well, if the Bronx can slam another one in right now, that will pay big dividends. 14-7 Bronx on the Rain scoreboard with 6.5 to go in the opening quarter.
Boy, Central wasn't even ready. The Bronx should have just snapped that ball. They were not even close to ready.
Kilby will take the snap this time, give it to Kuhn, and Colson for a couple. That'll be about it. Well, maybe
about
3 or
4.
Well, he might have got 4 yards.
Miller on the tackle.
That's one thing we've commented all year. Not very often do you see Colson Kuhn going backwards when he gets tackled. It's usually falling forwards. And a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 for the Bronx at their own 32. Clock running, 6:14 to play. First quarter, 14-7 Bronx on the Rain scoreboard.
Gilby comes out. Kuhn back at the quarterback spot.
So Kuhn will take the snap. on 2nd and 6 from their own 32. And same play. This time they're going to give it to Steele to about the 35, as that's the play they scored the touchdown on.
The defensive end stayed home and did a great job of staying right there, forcing him back inside. It's going to bring up third down.
That was the 35-yard touchdown run that Steele had earlier. Same play. A little flip from Kuhn, so the ball spotted out to 35. So 3rd and 3 for the Bronx. Taryn Groom's in there in the running back spot. And Kuhn will take the snap of the quarterback. Now they'll send a play in. A couple of wide receivers to the near side. Haswell in there to go double tight for the Bronx. So they'll bring the tight end in there. And Kuhn going to run to the short side. And he's grabbed and going to be slung down. The Bronx are going to have to punt. He'll be a couple of yards shy. Great defensive play. Got him by the jersey and spun him down.
Hayden Fleming did a great job fighting off the block because Kuhn had a lot of room out in front of him.
So the Bronx will punt. So that penalty, the Bronx that hurt Cheyenne Central on that drive doesn't hurt them. And the Bronx will punt it away. And who's going back deep for Central?
Mason Counter, I do believe.
So Counter's back. He'll stand at his own 30 as Colson Kuhn ready to punt it away. On 4th and 2. Oh, you don't fake from your own 35 or 36-yard line, do you? I think Central might want to talk it over. No, we got a whistle stoppage. No timeout.
A sideline warning on Central. They should have thrown a flag and then given him the warning. They just blew his whistle and gave him a warning.
So Kuhn ready to punt it. Counter stands at his own 30. Expect anything right here. And now we'll get a timeout. I think Jeff Mowry again wants to talk it over. Bronx burn their second timeout. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. 14-7 Bronx on the Range scoreboard. You listen to Bronx football, KWYO 106.9 FM.
Is Wyoming Corporate Office your one-stop shop for everything you need for your Wyoming-based business, LLC, or corporation formulation? Yes. Service of process and mail forwarding services? Indeed. Fulfill the legal requirements for small businesses based in Wyoming? Absolutely. Wyoming Corporate Office provides the communication between your business and the state, so you don't have to. Learn more by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com today.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Now, not very often do you see a timeout called on a 4th down when you're going to punt. A little bit of gamesmanship, I think, too. Now you put that shadow of a doubt in Cheyenne Central's mind. Are we going to fake it?
Marcus DeHoff is now the
And Cheyenne Central is playing for a fake.
Yep.
They're not playing for a return. I think Kuhn's just going to kick this away. Let's see if Colson can get a good one. Cheyenne Central thinks the Bronx are going to fake it. I don't know if you fake it from your own 37, but they got 11 guys, and they're going to fake it. Oh, my goodness, running left. Kuhn with a first down and more. He's at midfield. Oh, he's got a chance. He's going to go. I'm laughing because Cheyenne Central knew they were going to fake it. They faked it anyway, and Kuhn scores on the fake punt. I'm sorry I'm laughing. That is crazy. That is insane. Shane.
That's I don't have any words for it.
How many times have we said that? How many yards was that? It was 68 yards.
68 yards?
On a fake punt. And the other team knew you were going to do it. Kuhn for the point after is good. 420. That's I'm telling you what, this team is amazing. Incredible. 4:25 to go opening quarter. 21-7 Bronx on the Range scoreboard. You listen to Bronx football, KWYO and 106.9.
There's a lot of hype about mortgage interest rates right now, but like sports, we can be working on your preseason mortgage game. This is Autumn Showtime Morris with Homestar. If you want the best rate when you're ready for a home loan, let's make sure everything you need is in place to get that win. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Cornell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, you know what? Bronx called the timeout. They're going to run the fake punt. Cheyenne Central knew it. 11 guys were up in the box, Shane.
All 11.
And they burned them anyway. That's amazing. That Central knew it was coming. And Colson Kuhn goes 68 yards for a touchdown. Well, he's got a lot of yards tonight. My goodness. 21-7 Bronx. And here's the kick from Gilby. High end over and kick. And Counter will bring it out. 15, 20, 25, and he'll get to about the 27 before he's going to be driven back, and Cheyenne Central will take over from there. Wow.
And it is Mason Counter. Yep.
Unbelievable.
Dude, unofficially, I have Colson for 7 carries for 201 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about right.
And
just another day at the office.
And we still have 4:19 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, just another day, right? Oh, my goodness. Wow. So Central will come out, and you got to think right now what they're thinking. They got to answer. Talich in the backfield. They're going to go empty this time with a tight end and 5 wide receivers. Bring him out in motion to the far side. And it'll be Bartlett to throw, and it'll be
incomplete.
Yep. There's a whole bunch of people over there. I don't know if Prescott was the intended receiver, but there was just a bunch of people in that area right there. So it'll go incomplete, 2nd and 10 for Central. I don't know if you want to come out and throw it, do you?
We're going to call it a 64-yard touchdown.
64, okay.
Yep.
And Bartlett to throw again. Chuck it down the middle. Got a man that's going to be caught for a first down across the 40. At about the 42-yard line.
Talich.
Steele there to make the stop for the Bronx.
And Talich will make the catch. So 1st and 10 for Central at their own 42. 4:05 to play opening quarter, 21-7 Bronx. And this has been an unbelievable first quarter of action. And they're going to go with a reverse, and it's going to be Prescott running it, and he'll be driven out of bounds near midfield. He'll be shy of the first down by a couple.
So both teams coming with a lot of wrinkles here early.
Both teams are bringing everything they got. So a gain of 7, 2nd and 3 coming for Central at their own 49-yard line. Well, the big prize is to get to Laramie. So you know what? I guess you just don't leave anything to nothing's in the play. Everything in the playbook's on the table tonight. So Bartlett ready to go again on 2nd and 3. Prescott in motion. Bartlett's going to keep it. Behind that big offensive line, he's going to be grabbed and dropped after a gain of 1.
Oh, the ball almost came out. Dane Steele tried to rip it out of there.
So 3rd and 2 right at midfield for Central.
You know, going back to that 4th down play, the Bronx just got a hat on a hat.
Yeah, that's all it was.
They had Central had all 11 guys come up in the box.
So it's 10 on 11.
And so as soon as he got through the line of scrimmage, Kuhn was gone.
Yeah,
he basically walked in the last 5 yards.
Nobody's back there.
And now the Bronx just jumped off sides.
So that'll give Central a first down. It was 3rd and 2. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Bronx 45. So Central will have a first down after the Bronx jump. 3:22 to go. Clock stopped. First quarter. 21-7 Bronx.
Central, if they're going to stop the rushing attack of Colson Kuhn, they've got to be able to shed blocks. I mean, the Bronx just do such a good job of getting a hat on a hat. Central's going to have to find a way to shed blockers to make a stop.
1st and 10. Give it to Prescott on that jet sweep running left. And he gets piled up near the 40. He'll pick up about 5.
And Richard Prescott is a great athlete. Long jump, triple jump, high jumper. Just real quick. Looks good from the running back spot as well.
They'll spot him down at the Sheridan 41, so a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for Cheyenne Central. Clock running under 3 minutes to go. Opening quarter on the range scoreboard. Bronx leading by a couple of scores here, 21-7. Bartlett has his guys ready to go again. And give it to the first guy through, and that's going to be counter, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Not much. Maybe a couple. And 3rd and 3 coming for Central. Oh, inside the 40 now. It's 2-down territory.
Chance Larson in on the tackle there for the Bronx.
You look at these semifinal games, there's there's no tomorrow, so you're just going to you're going to play till the end. The Bronx have already fake punted once for a touchdown. And Bartlett has his guys ready to go again. 3rd and 3 for Central at the Sheridan 38. Prescott in motion near side. And it'll be Bartlett keeping it, and he will have the first down and more. And breaks a tackle and gets loose. He's got a chance to take it in, and he does for the touchdown. Or they're going to say, no, he's down at the 1.
Yeah, down at the 1.
Wow. That time it was just poor tackling by the Bronx. They had him stopped initially, and then he just bounced off tacklers and got down the sidelines. First and goal for Central at the Sheridan 1-yard line. So the Indians going to answer here, we would believe.
Well, let's see if this Bronx defensive line can stiffen here.
Maybe get a penalty, put the ball on the ground. We'll take anything right now. So first and goal for Cheyenne Central at the Bronx 1. 1:40 in the clock running first quarter. 21-7 Bronx on the range scoreboard. They'll go heavy. It's Bartlett. Ball is out. Did he get in? I don't know. It looked like the ball came out.
I thought the ball came out.
Central said they got in. He didn't get in.
I'm pretty sure there was a fumble on the play.
And they're going to put the ball back at the 1-yard line. It looked like it got knocked out of Bartlett's hands.
Inside the 1-yard line.
So the ball did come out. And I don't know if it was Bartlett that fell on it, but somebody punched it out of there. So second and goal from the 1-yard line for Cheyenne Central. You've got to run the same play again, don't you? Just give it to Bartlett?
I would think so.
He's a horse. The kid is a stud. I think you just got to give it to him again. Full house backfield for Central this time. It'll be Bartlett straight ahead, and he's in for the score. So Bartlett from a yard out will give Cheyenne Central their second score of this first quarter with under a minute to go. So it'll be 21-14.
Fifth touchdown of the first quarter.
Crazy. So Bartlett will take it in. Hey, when you got a player like that at your quarterback spot, no need to mess around. 52 seconds to play opening quarter. And now Pedersen for the point after. And he'll drive it through with 52 seconds to go opening quarter on the range scoreboard. It's Sheridan 21, Cheyenne Central 14. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9 FM and our live video web stream, SheridanMedia.com.
Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming is proud to welcome fellowship-trained sports medicine surgeon Dr. Daniel Lichty to their world-class team. Whether you're an athlete or wanting to continue your active lifestyle, Dr. Lichty proudly offers a full spectrum of bone, joint, and muscle care to help you stay strong. Visit BHOSC.com to learn more. Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming, specializing in what moves you. Now open in Sheridan at 1301 Avon Street, Suite A at the Burton Flats.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. 21-14 Bronx on the range scoreboard. And Shane, at this point, you better score every time you got the ball.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, my goodness, it's been a score fest. Just under a minute to go in the first. 21-14, 5 touchdowns in 11 minutes.
We do have a final from the 1A 9-man. Pine Bluffs was down by 7 or 8 points. Come back to beat Rocky Mountain 35-32.
So Steele and Kettner will stand at the goal line as Pedersen ready to boot it away. Bronx lead at 21-14. Under a minute to go opening quarter. And Pedersen, a high-end over-ender, and this is going to be returnable. And it's going to be Kettner, and he'll keep it 15, 20. He's in the clear at the 40. Kettner in midfield. It's a race down the sidelines. Inside the 30 and taken down at the 23-yard line of Cheyenne Central. Oh, here we go. Put a seatbelt on.
The kicker actually stayed back and kind of forced him back inside and got just a hand on his foot.
You know those auto racers like NASCAR and stuff? Yeah. Don't they have like a 5-point hitch they put on? I don't need a seatbelt. I need to be strapped in. I need a helmet. This is crazy. They'll spot Kettner down at the Central 22. He just ran out of blockers, is all it was. First and 10 Bronx at the Central 22.
Coons back at quarterback.
Grooms in there at the running back spot. Now the big shift comes. On first down, it's going to be Kuhn going left. Gets a great block from Groomsey. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Carlson Kuhn from 22 out. Well, that took about 20 less. That took, I'm trying to do the math. That took 17 seconds.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. Flag down on the field. 28-14 Bronx. And we do have a penalty flag down after the touchdown. Wow. So the Bronx answer, as they did before, the Cheyenne Central touchdowns, bananas. Kettner set it up with the big kickoff return, and Kuhn did the rest. And here's our call on the penalty.
Dead ball.
After the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense.
Yeah.
So somebody from Central said something. Usually unsportsmanlike, somebody said the magic word, right? Now, do we assess that on the kickoff?
Yes.
So the point after coming from Colson Kuhn?
Kuhn for the extra point attempt.
Wow. 6 touchdowns in the first quarter. And we're not to the second yet. Kuhn for the point after. Kick is up. Kick is good with 35 seconds to go. In the first quarter on the Range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 28, Cheyenne Central 14. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
The Wyoming way. Living in the 307 is close to heaven. And the home we love is made all the better when we take care of our neighbors. When you bank with the Bank of Sheridan, your money stays here, working in our community as hard as you do. We offer great rates and service, and all loan decisions are made locally. You work hard out there. Let us do the same for you. Stop by today and experience the local difference. It's the Wyoming way. BuffaloFed.Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Shared Media Sports.
Well, both teams got her dialed in. I don't know, the Sheridan Bronx have got it really dialed in. Matt Kettner set that touchdown run up, and it was Colson Kuhn. And look, it's no mystery. Number 5's getting it, and he didn't get touched.
How about 8 carries for 229 and 3 touchdowns, and we still have a long time to go in the first quarter.
Well, could I say that he's going to be a 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year?
Good Lord.
And it will be Ty Gilbertson to kick it off from the Cheyenne Central 45 after that unsportsmanlike, and he's going to bang this out of the back of the end zone, I'm sure. Central already has a kickoff return for a touchdown. They're going to onside it. It's a live ball. It's loose! Oh, who's got it?
I think Aiden O'Leary came up with it.
The Sheridan Bronx have it at the 32-yard line. Oh! They onside kick it. Central had it in their hands. The ball got away, and the Bronx cover it. Oh, my goodness. And here comes the offense again, 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line of Central. And now the Daubers for Central are down. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Jeff Mowry. The sneaky Bronx. Sneaky Bronx. 1st and 10 Bronx. Groomsey back in the backfield with Kuhn. 1st and 10 from the Central 32. Here comes the big shift by the Bronx. And they're going to run the same play. Now, Kuhn's going to cut back, make a move up the middle, and he will stay on his feet. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Near the 5 and down at the 5-yard line. Make it the 10-yard line. Cheyenne Central, after that onside kick, gaff, they walked off the field, and the heads are down. And here come the Bronx. 1st and goal at the Central 10. And still time left in the first quarter with the Bronx leading at 28-14. This is bananas. This is absolutely bananas. Bronx go with a big shift. This will be the last play of the first quarter. Kuhn will empty the backfield. Now Colson going to roll out, going to throw. Got a man. He threw an interception at the goal line. And Central will have it at the 2.
Flag down. There's I don't know if it's a
bad
I don't know if
pass.
it's a hold or what, but
the Bronx tried to catch Central off guard with a pass from Kuhn, and Colson just put his hands on his head. He threw it right to that defense, and it'll be Central ball.
Because it's probably a hold on the offense.
My goodness. Well, Bronx got a little greedy right there. Well, again, you're trying to catch him off guard. Maybe you're thinking Colson's going to run it.
Holding on the offense is going to be declined. And
so Central will have it at their 3-yard line. You know, there's lots of ways to look at it. You've been pummeling them, running the ball.
Yeah.
But now you want to throw a wrinkle. I get it. But hindsight is so easy. Oh, my goodness. This could,
Yeah, 35-14 would have looked really
nice. And I'm sure that's exactly what we're thinking on the sidelines right now. The Bronx got a little greedy right there. 1st and 10 for Central now on their own 3-yard line. After the interception, it was not a good throw at all. But Colson's not a thrower. Bartlett, first guy through, maybe a yard, that'll be it. And that'll do it for the first quarter. After 1 on the Range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 28, Cheyenne Central 14. You listen to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Fremont Motors Sheridan Ford is one of the largest Ford dealerships in the state of Wyoming. They have a large selection of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs for sale. Stop by Fremont Motors Sheridan Ford to order your new Ford Bronco or Ford truck. Their experienced sales team are there to help. When you shop Fremont, you can count on them to deliver an exceptional dealership experience from start to finish. Visit FremontMotorsSheridan.com or stop by 1658 Coffin Avenue.
When the roads turn bad, you find out in a hurry if you need new tires. Hi, this is Chris Hayden with Hammer Chevrolet. Come in and let's get a new set of tires on your vehicle and get you safely on your way. We carry brand names like BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, Continental, Dunlop, Firestone, Goodyear, Michelin, Pirelli, Uniroyal, and more. With our price match guarantee, you never have to wait for a tire sale. Provide us with a better price at the time of purchase and we'll match it. Find a better price within 30 days of the purchase and we'll refund the difference. You can't beat our tire price match guarantee from Hammer Chevrolet. Online at hammerchevy.com.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And we go to the second. Well, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Hey, Trev, we got a score in from Cheyenne East. They lead Natrona 21-0. Former Bronx Dom Cassis just had a touchdown reception for East. 2nd and 10 for East from their own 3-yard line. Late sub comes in, and here's the first play of the second quarter. And now a stoppage and a timeout's going to be called. I think Central wants to talk it over. So we're just underway here in the second quarter. Bronx lead it 28-14. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Farmers Co-op, home of the 99-cent soda, is also one of the best places in town to grab that morning coffee and a few snacks to go. Or stop in for a quick lunch. Farmers Co-op has tasty deli soups and delicious Ligurski hot dogs and sausages. My favorite is the Polish with a little mustard and sauerkraut. Mmm. Tie one of those together with a soda and some chips and life is good. Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffin Avenue in Sheridan.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Central burns the timeout. 2nd and 10 from their own 3-yard line. I'm not going to dwell on it anymore. I'm okay now, I think. Sorry. Under center, Bartlett, and flag flies, and it probably is a false start. He was going to throw that ball. So that's going to be half the distance of the goal, so right around the 2-yard line, we'll say. The 1.5, 2-yard line.
I mean, they're backed up.
Actually, it's going to be on the Bronx. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone. So a free 5 for Central. So the ball goes to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 now for Central.
Oh.
Boy, you had him right. You know, I think this is the way this game's going to go. We're going to be shaking our heads a lot. Well, the first half has been crazy. First quarter.
You talked about fireworks.
Man.
Holy cow.
So Bartlett out of the gun, empty backfield. Actually, he'll counter in the backfield with him. Prescott in motion. And they'll give it to Prescott running wide. Hit, falls out. There's a cover up inside the 10. The Bronx say they have it, and they do. At the 5-yard line, it's Bronx football. Now, are you going to pass it?
Nope.
No, number 5 is going to get the ball. Wow. I don't know who reached. Somebody reached in and knocked it out. And the Bronx will have it 1st and goal at the Central 6. So now they've got a chance to open it up.
Ball's on the 6-yard line. 1st and goal.
So here come the Bronx. 1st and goal at the Cheyenne Central 6. And again, Colson Kuhn, your quarterback, Groomsy in there with him. Here comes the Bronx shift on 1st and goal from the 6. Kuhn going to run it. Cut back inside about the 3 or 4 yard line. Then be taken down at about the 1 or 2 yard line.
Miller on the tackle.
Now you look at the scoreboard. It's 28-14. So you're clear by 2. This third one's going to be big.
For sure.
The third one would be big if you can get there. Again, we've got a long way to go, though. 11.5 to play in the second quarter. And again, the Bronx still got to get it in. Let's call it second and goal from the 3-yard line of Cheyenne Central. That's more like the 2, though, isn't it? 2-yard line. So second and goal from the Central 2. Haswell in motion. Give it to Kuhn. Colson is in for the score. Well, it's Colson Kuhn. Hey, welcome to the Colson Kuhn Show. Two-yard touchdown run. That makes it 34-14. Bronx. Wow. I mean, there's a good chance right now. We got James Timberlake up here as our video producer. Boys, there's a good chance he could have 300 yards on the ground at halftime.
At halftime.
Because we got 11 minutes to go.
He's got 2:57 unofficial.
Oh, my goodness. And the extra point is good. With 11:05 to play in the first half, it's Sheridan 35, Cheyenne Central 14. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO, 106.9 FM.
Larry Sturrow and the team at McDonald's would like to invite all veterans to enjoy a free breakfast meal that consists of a sandwich, hash browns, and a coffee at McDonald's on Veterans Day, Friday, November 11th from 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. It's McDonald's way of showing gratitude to all our veterans for their service and sacrifices. If you're a veteran, you're invited to come by any McDonald's in Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette on Veterans Day, 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. to get a free breakfast sandwich, hash browns, and a coffee. McDonald's, saluting our veterans both home and abroad.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, welcome to Colson Kuhn World, and we're just all glad we're visitors because the kid is in the zone right now, and his teammates are lighting up the scoreboard.
11 carries for 257 and 4 touchdowns unofficially, and we still have 11 minutes left in the second quarter.
Here's the kick, and it will be taken by Prescott at the 3-yard line. He'll bring it straight back up the middle of the field, run into a wall, get dropped at about the 22, and that's where Central will take over. But Central, again, they turn it over inside their own 10-yard line. The Bronx men and pay 35-14, so the teams trade turnovers. Colson Kuhn threw the interception that stopped that drive, and then Central gave it up.
Just, the Bronx are always doing things to put themselves in a good position. They've had a couple penalties tonight, but other than that, I mean, really, they could have 42 on the board.
It's insane. It's crazy. So 1st and 10, Bartlett brings his guys out. Prescott in motion to the far side. Bartlett's going to throw underneath. Got a man going to be caught, and not much. Well, about 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah.
You take that every time. I think that was Jackson Whitworth.
Yep.
On the catch. Our good friend, Chad Whitworth, his son, the athletic director, activities director at Cheyenne Central High School. Chad, one of the good guys. Known him a long time. He's a good dude. So 2nd and 4 for Central at their own 34. And they're going to run the reverse again, and this time they will have a first down at about the 33, 34-yard line, and it was Prescott on that inside reverse play.
They gave it to Counter, and the Counter gave it right back to Prescott. It was real tight, real bottled up there, right behind the offensive line.
You watched, those old Glen Rock offenses?
Yeah, right.
That's the kind of stuff they did, that wing T stuff.
Wing T stuff, yep.
1st and 10 for Central at their own 33. It's going to be Bartlett. He's in trouble. Haswell has him. He bounces off Haswell. Now his friends show up, and they bury him for a loss of 2.
What a great play by Alex Haswell. He really fought off that the tackle from the offensive line. Stuffed Bartlett, got kind of knocked off his feet, but he had some friends in yellow that came to help.
I had a Bronx fan this week ask me, who is number 78? Right. I said, you know what? After about the second game, we weren't asking who 78 was. Alex has had a tremendous season.
Just a junior, too.
So a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. Bartlett will throw. Gets it out to a man, and not much there. Great coverage. It was Whitworth again. Gain of about maybe 3 or 4.
Dane Steele made a nice job closing in on the receiver.
The ball just across the Central 36. 9:24 to go in the half. 35-14, Bronx lead it. It's been a shootout. Here's 3rd and 7 for Central inside their own 40. Counter in the backfield with Bartlett. Now some players are going to switch some spots. 3 wides to the near side, 1 to the far side. Bartlett to throw. Has time. Chuck it down the middle. Got a man. It's tipped and incomplete. And Central's off the fingertips.
And Haswell buried Keegan Bartlett. Woo! And they're going to have to punt it away. Watch for a fake here. I mean,
Peter Pedersen, the punter kicker, is not a runner.
They are down 3 scores already.
Well, he's not a runner. You know that. And then you start looking in the backfield. Is there a runner back there who they could directly snap it to? Well, we'll see. Back deep is that it's going to be Kentner. Will stand his own 30.
Alex Fernandez is the up back.
And Pedersen will kick it away. High and over and kick. No return coming. Fair catch called for. And Kentner has it at the 34-yard line, and the Bronx offense comes back on the field. 8:55 to go, first half. 35-14 Bronx on the Range scoreboard. And Shane, I adopted a new word this year because I was saying wow all the time. This is bananas.
Yeah,
it's bananas.
It is a little bit bananas.
5, 6, 7 touchdowns in the first half. We've seen the Bronx big play the dog out of people. Well, they're big playing the dog out of Cheyenne Central. 1st and 10 Bronx from their own 34.
In that Casper Natrona game earlier this year, Casper Natrona ran 85 offensive plays. The Bronx ran 28, and the Bronx won. So you big play people.
Colson Kuhn will get the handoff this time, running to the left side or the right side to about the 39, gain of about 4. As he got the handoff from Gilbertson. Now Gilby's going to come off. Groomsy will come in. Haswell will come in. So, these are new wrinkles. Haswell is a defensive stalwart. Now he's playing at... And look, you know what? He might catch a ball tonight, but he's in there to do some damage. So 2nd and 5 for the Bronx at their own 39. And again, Kuhn in there at the quarterback spot. 8:17 clock is running here in the first half. Bronx lead at 35-14. Haswell will come in motion, now set in that tight end spot. And a whistle and a timeout called by Jeff Mowry. And again, I think we see a new set, Shane, don't you think?
We are. We're seeing
we're seeing a few new sets, and they just didn't get set right, and Jeff burned the timeout. And I think that's why we saw the other timeouts get burned too.
Well, there's so many different motions and sides you line up on, and Alex Haswell just got crossed up on this play call, and he was lined up on the wrong side, and by the time he got back over there, the play clock was running down.
Too late.
Yep.
So the thing about it is we talked with Jeff last week and this week, and even in the pregame show, every team, when you get to the postseason, every team's going to see a different wrinkle, and they don't necessarily, it's not like trick plays because every team's got them, but they design all this stuff that we're seeing tonight with Haswell in there for Cheyenne Central.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's a chance if the Bronx get through next week, we won't see any of this stuff against the next opponent.
Yep.
It's just kind of the way they do it.
I really liked what they've done with him. He's almost like a tight end, but they're motioning him across. He's being the lead blocker. He does a great job at getting hat on hat, and it's been working so far, obviously.
Tell you what, the Bronx don't pick an MVP, and I know Colson Kuhn's had a hell of a year, but Alex Haswell has been outstanding.
On both sides of the ball.
Unbelievable. So 2nd and 5 for the Bronx. Haswell will come in motion, gets set. And here's Kuhn at the quarterback spot. Going to bring in man in motion. Give it to Kettner on the jet sweep. We'll cut back 40, 45. First down across the 45-yard line. He needed 5, got about 6.
Great blocking outside on the edge. Taryn Grooms and Haswell both leading the way.
That'll be a Sheridan wrong.
So the Bronx have a first down at their own 46. Kuhn has Grooms in the backfield with him. Yeah, we can't call it the Wildcat anymore. He's the quarterback.
Yep.
3 wide receivers in a bunch to the near side. And it's going to be Groomsy this time up the gut. And he's breaking tackles for about 8.
Oh, man.
He's one step from going.
He was one step away from being in the end zone.
He had a great touchdown run last week against Laramie. And it was, you're right, one step, he's out the gate.
Gain of 8 on the play for Grooms.
So Groomsy picks up 8. 2nd and 2 coming for the Bronx. 7:14 to go in the first half. 35-14 Bronx on the Range scoreboard. Again, we have had just an explosion of offense in this first half by both teams on 2nd and 2. from the Cheyenne Central 46. They'll empty the backfield, and that was Steele to line up at a wide receiver in the slot to the near side. And Kuhn back to throw. Nope, he's going to keep it for a first down. He's not going to throw it again. No. First down for the Bronx. I think we tried that experiment once.
Just 4 yards on that play.
Fernandez there to make the tackle for the Indians.
So 1st and 10 for the Bronx at the 42-yard line of Cheyenne Central. Be nice to grind out a drive for once. Run some time off the clock is what I'm talking about.
Throughout his career, Colson averages about 14 carries a game.
Mm-hmm.
He's already that was just his 13th carry of this first half.
Well, you're a senior, and you got a horse like that. Saddle him up, baby.
Yeah, you might as well ride him, huh?
That's right. Get the spurs out. Direct snap this time is going to go to the quarterback. It's going to be Gilby and Gilbertson for a couple to the 40. That'll be it. Well, you know what? Got to keep him honest.
Yep, that's right.
And Colson was on the sideline for that play, and guess what? You know what? Get a drink of water, take a couple deep breaths, and we're going right back in. And Kuhn will come back on the field. Gilbertson going to come off, and Grooms will stay in. So 2nd and 8 coming for the Bronx at the Cheyenne Central 40. With just under 6 to go in the first half, 35-14 Bronx lead it on the Range scoreboard. Would they love to put another one in right here?
Well, they probably feel like they already let one get away.
They did, but they
they answered right back.
Yep, they answered right back.
Create the turnover.
2nd and 8, Kuhn going to run it himself. Breaks into the clear. Look out, he's at the 20. Now he's at the 15-10 and down at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Bronx. And Colson Kuhn again, he's approaching dang near 300 yards on the ground in the first half.
Unofficially for 296.
You know what? He's going to have 300. He's going to have it because they're going to give it to him right here. That is crazy. That is nuts. 1st and goal, Bronx at the Central 10 with 5:20 to go in the first half. And the blue and gold back to the ball. Kuhn, your quarterback. And Colson this time going to keep it again right up the middle. Fighting for yardage, and he will take it inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. That puts him dang near at 300 right there.
I think that's over 300 yards.
That's just insane. That's just crazy. I mean, stats are one thing, and I'm not a big stat guy, Shane, but 300 yards in a game is crazy on the ground. 300 yards in one half?
Unofficially for 302.
Oh, my goodness. Here's 2nd and goal, or 3rd and goal for the Bronx. The ball spotted at the Central 4-yard line. So, you know what? He's got his yardage. Now the Bronx got to finish this thing off. Kuhn again, your quarterback. And he's going to go and give it off this time. There's nothing there. And the Bronx are going to face a 4th down. I think, you know what? Kick a field goal right here, don't you? Or is it 3rd down? So 3rd down. It's only 3rd. Okay, it's only 3rd down.
From about the 6, a loss of a couple.
So Haswell will come in. They'll bring a wide receiver out. So 3rd and goal for the Bronx at the 5-yard line of Central. And Grooms is in there at the running back spot with Kuhn. Under 4 to go, clock running first half. Bronx up big, and Colson going to run it up the gut. Colson toward the goal line, gets hit, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, Bronx, Colson Kuhn. Oh, my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns for Kuhn in the first half. I think we're seeing an unprecedented performance. There was a guy several years ago, was the greatest running back I ever saw play at Sheridan High School.
Jordan Roberts?
Jordan Roberts.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But this kid, number 5, this kid is on a whole nother level right now because, Shane, everyone in the stadium and the other team knows who's getting the ball. Extra point is missed. 3:49 to go in the first half. On the Range scoreboard is Sheridan 41, Cheyenne Central 14. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT with EBIA Hearing and Sound. Hearing well is living well, and we're here to help.
Not only are we able to provide premier hearing aid technology with Bluetooth and AI, but we can address the environment in which you are hearing.
Our sound consultation services tailor solutions to fit your needs. Whether at work, at church, or at home, if you're struggling to hear, we can help.
Call EBIA Hearing and Sound today, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. 3:49 to play. First half, Bronx lead 41-4. If I would have told you, if I would have texted you this afternoon and said the Bronx are going to have 41 at halftime. No, you'd say, stop. 41-14. The Bronx do miss the extra point. And now Todd Gilbertson out there. So, boy, the Bronx have come with the gun fully loaded, firing on all 8 cylinders. What other sports cliche do I have? And here's the kick from Gilby. He'll bang it out of there. It's going to be Prescott from the 1. 10, 15, and he gets to the outside. Will be driven out of bounds near the 33-yard line, 35-yard line. So Central with good field position. Well, right now they got to think we got to score. Right now the Central players and coaching staff is going to say, as they spot the ball at the 33-yard line, we need a touchdown just to have a chance.
Right.
To be down by 20 at halftime. 3:42 to go first half, 41-14 Bronx. This is a great Cheyenne Central team, and Bartlett rolling to his right. Bartlett's going to, and he will be dropped at about the 37-yard line.
Bartlett with the ball. Alex Haswell with the tackle.
Haswell with the tackle. East leading Natrona 28-7 now in the second quarter.
Not a shocker. For Natrona to win that game, it was going to have to be low scoring.
Yep.
Empty backfield this time for Bartlett. 5 wides in the set on second and 6 from their own 37. Bartlett, flag flies. Yep. He's going to run. It's coming back. We're going to get a false start. Bartlett will take it out to near midfield, but I think we got a false start.
Illegal motion.
Okay.
Yep. 2 men in motion at the same time at the snap of the ball.
So it'll cost him 5. It'll be second and about 11 when they mark this. About second and 10. Second 11. So they'll move the Indians back with 3:02 to go first half, 41-14. And the Sheridan Bronx have just done big play after big play after big play. One turnover. They made it good, though, by getting another turnover after that and then getting the points. So the turnovers canceled each other out, especially because the Bronx scored, and now they're up big. 3:02 to go first half, second and 11 now for Cheyenne Central back inside their own 35. Prescott in motion far side, and they're going to give it to him. Prescott gets into the clear. He'll have a first down near the 45-yard line before he's piled up.
Prescott with the ball.
The thing about it is, guys like Prescott, they have those long legs.
Yeah.
They don't look like they're running very fast, but they're covering a ton of ground.
Right.
Little guys with short legs look like they're running 100 miles an hour.
Like Kettner.
Yeah. And Prescott just kind of lopes out there. First and 10 for Central at their own 45. 2.5 to go, first half. Bartlett with counter in the backfield with him. 4 wides in the set. With under 2.5 now to go. Bartlett ready to take the snap from their own 45. Bronx will bring the heat. Bartlett rolling right. Bartlett in trouble. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Oh, he's got some running room, getting some blocking, and he'll be cut down at the Sheridan 42 for another first down.
Yeah, Jackson Lynn came all the way across the field to make that tackle.
That's what makes guys like Bartlett dangerous, because they can run as well.
For sure. And he just took what they gave him.
He's a big old kid, too. He's a great athlete. First and 10 for Cheyenne Central to Sheridan 41. 2 minutes to play, clock running. Central with a couple of timeouts left, so plenty of time for them. Bartlett, this time he's going to run it by himself to the left. Not a whole lot there, and he'll be forced out of bounds near, well, they're going to say, where did he step out at? I'm seeing where they're marking him. Actually, they gave him a pretty good spot. About the Sheridan 37, so they gave him a good spot. Gains about 5 or 6. Well, actually not quite that generous. Gain of 4. So second and 6 coming for Cheyenne Central. He scampered out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with under 2 to go.
Injury timeout.
And now a stoppage on the field. We have a Bronx player getting up kind of slow. And he's up and okay. Who is that?
Kason Wilson, I think.
I think he's okay. He's under his own power. Probably got the wind knocked out of him. That's what it looks like. So, telling the trainer, Joanne Goss, I'm okay. I'm good. You still got to come out for a play.
If anybody wants to know, Theo Dawson of Jackson back in 2015 had 489 yards rushing against Riverton on 34 carries. 489.
He's probably still sleeping. Wow. So 2nd and 6 coming for Central. Wilson's on the sideline. He's okay. They're taking a look at him. From the Sheridan 37, 1:55 to go, first half. Bartlett with Prescott in motion. Prescott going to throw. Unloads it underneath. Incomplete. Dropped at the 25-yard line by counter.
Talich, I think.
Or was Talich off his fingertips?
Talich is a great receiver.
And again, end around. Prescott on the end around pass off his fingertips. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6 now for Central. But again, it's 41-14. They're going for it no matter what. With 1:50 to go, first half, on the incomplete pass. Going to give it to Prescott again. End around, coming to the short side of the field. Flag flies. We're going to get a hold, and he just got pasted by Colson Kuhn. Oh, what a hit. Boy, Colson Kuhn lit him up at the 35. We get 2 flags down. We got a flag early and a flag late. What do we got? There's one at the 35. We got one back outside the 40. Holding on Central. And what's the other one going to be? Nope. I think both officials had the hold. So that'll back Central up 10 from the spot. So the ball back to the 45. So now it's going to be 2nd down still. Still 2nd, or is it 3rd?
It's going to be 3rd down.
3rd and, what do you say, 3rd and 14?
3rd and 14.
So 3rd and 14 now for Central at the Sheridan 45.
The Tongariro Lady Eagles dropped their semifinal match 16-14 in the 5th set.
Oh, dang.
Boy, they were close against Burns tonight to get to the championship.
So 3rd and 14. Bartlett ready to go. Bronx bring the heat. He's rolling to his left. Going to throw on the run, and it's incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. The ball short-hopped to the receiver. That's a tough play. That's a tough throw for any right-handed quarterback going left. That's a tough throw. You know what? I think if you're Cheyenne Central, don't you punt it away?
Well, don't you have to? Because if you give the Bronx...
You don't want to give it back to them.
Right here at the...
they have scored 41 points on you right now. Do you want to give it to them again? No.
They're going for it here.
Well, they're going to go. Well, maybe there's no tomorrow. You're down big. It's not insurmountable that they could pull this off because it's a great ball club. But they will go for it. You know what? Pick your poison right here. So Bartlett will line his guys up on 4th and 14. Prescott in motion to the far side.
Watch the pooch punt here maybe too.
Yep. And whistle.
Central's going to call a timeout.
Central will call a timeout. We'll get one as well. 1:26 to go in the half. On the range scoreboard, Sheridan 41, Cheyenne Central 14. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO, 106.9 FM.
Have you been to the showroom at Thompson Master Masons? If you're thinking about doing a masonry project, you need to stop by and check it out. Thompson's located on the corner of Broadway and 11th in Sheridan with a showroom full of brick and stone samples. They offer both man-made and natural stone. As a matter of fact, Thompson Master Masons has the widest selection of stone, block, and brick in town. Wholesale or retail, contact Thompson Master Masons.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
What do you do? What do you do? I'm thinking. Here's the thing. It's 41-14. We're in big trouble right now. So that's a big score to overcome. It's 1:26 to go. I just think you just got to. You know what?
Well, they're bringing the offense back out on the field here, so they called the timeout just to.
But it's if it's 4th and 3, I get you. But you know what? This is still a good ball club.
Yep,
Bartlett will empty the backfield. And again, look for maybe Bartlett to pooch it. He could kick it away. Going to bring a man in motion. They're going to and whistle another timeout by Central.
Another timeout.
We're just going to keep it here. 1:25 to go. We'll keep it right here. You know, you call it timeout, you're going to run a play. And then you got to burn another one?
Yeah.
Maybe some gamesmanship. I don't know. You're at that spot of the... it's down in distance. 4th and 14. 4th and 14.
Little gamesmanship going on right now.
If it's 4th and maybe 7 or 8, if they have another 6 or 7 yards, I can see it. But, you're playing with... Right now, the Sheridan Bronx team, offensively and special teams, they're on another level in this game right now. Do you really want to give them... do you really want to give them another shot? I don't know. But this game has been crazy. we've had big play after big play, both clubs with big plays. Just a couple more big plays for the Sheridan Broncs. Here they come. So Bartlett will line up. Late guys coming in, and now we're going to go 3 wides to the far side, 2 to the near side, empty backfield on 4th and 14. Bartlett's going to throw it, going to chuck it down the middle, and it's going to be caught for a first down. So they will make the play at the 28-yard line. So nice throw that time and a great catch.
Ethan Reisdorfer with the catch for Cheyenne Central.
Good throw by Bartlett.
Yeah, great throw.
Right on the money. The man was wide open. So 1st and 10 for Central at the Sheridan 27. Now it's a whole new ball game. But you got to think they need points. I mean, they need whatever they can get. 1:15 to go. They're out of timeouts, by the way, so they can't stop the clock. From the Sheridan 27, Bartlett will bring him out of motion near side. Bartlett going to keep it running left. Now he'll cut back in the middle of the field, runs into the Bronc defense. He's going to be dropped near the 20. But that keeps the clock running now under a minute to go.
Colson Kuhn and Alex Haswell.
A pickup of about 7 right at the 20-yard line. And again, the clock continues to run. Central can't stop it. 45 seconds to go. First half, Broncs lead 41-14. Bartlett again. Going to roll to his right this time, looking to throw. Sets his feet, gets drilled as he let it go. Tipped and incomplete.
What a great defensive play back there. Dane Steele got the ball up in the air.
The intended receiver was Whitworth. It was a good throw, but again into traffic. And Bartlett took a shot right at the end of the play, too.
Haswell just
drilled him. So that'll stop the clock with 34 seconds to go in the half. 3rd and 4 for Central. The ball just outside the Bronc 20. Bartlett, straight drop this time. Looking left, going to unload it. And this one almost picked off by Dane Steele. It'll go incomplete.
He completely jumped that route.
Almost got the pick just off his fingertips.
So another 4th down play here.
So 4th and 3, half a minute to go in the first half. 41-14 Broncs coming up at halftime. James Timberlake will take over. Bighorn punched their ticket to a state championship game next Friday. Bartlett on 4th down. Long count trying to get the Broncs to jump. Did they? Oh, no, they did.
Alex Haswell jumped.
Oh, son of a gun. That'll be a fresh set of downs for Central. Oh, boy. The one thing you cannot do as a defender is jump. So 1st and 10 now for Cheyenne Central at the Sheridan 15.
I think that's 3 times tonight they've jumped.
You got to know it. You got to know down in distance.
You can't. You've got to keep them out of the end zone here.
Got to keep out of the end zone.
That gives them all the, and they get the ball to start the second half.
Exactly. Bartlett. Time running out. Bartlett in trouble. Oh, ball's out. They scramble after it. I think the Broncs say they have it, and they do. First down, Broncs on the fumble.
Colson Kuhn came on a blitz, and I think he forced the fumble.
Bartlett kind of panicked. I think he wanted to throw it, and the ball got knocked out. The Broncs cover it. As the ball bounced around, it was heading out of bounds, and the Broncs covered it. 1st and 10 Broncs at their own 26. You know what? I think you're the Broncs right now. Victory formation, right? Just take a step, take a knee, let's go. I think so.
And it was Colson Kuhn and Jackson Lynn that got in there. Kuhn's the one who knocked the ball loose.
They're not going to run a play here. We're going to take a knee and be done. So they'll go in and they'll snap it, and the half will end as the Broncs get the turnover as we go to the half. And again, coming up at our halftime show, James Timberlake will take over. What a half we had on the range scoreboard here at halftime. Sheridan 41, Cheyenne Central 14. You're listening to Bronc football on 1410 KWYO 106.9 FM and our live video web stream, SheridanMedia.com.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
One season, 2 halves, 4 quarters, 1 halftime, 1 final whistle. A season of memories to last a lifetime. Don't let distractions turn those memories into tragedies. Texting while driving is a dangerous distraction. Sending or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving the length of an entire football field with your eyes closed. Whether you're driving to the game or down the court, YDOT reminds you to stop the text and stop the wrecks.
Paid for by YDOT Federal 402 funding.
When it comes to printed, embroidered, or promotional product needs, there's only one choice in and around Sheridan County. That's Kilpatrick Creations on Brundage Street in Sheridan. Our knowledge and experience puts us ahead of all others. Our expertise guarantees you a quality and affordable product each and every time. Our pricing is fair and consistent, our garment selection is extensive, and our quality is unmatched. So for your next screen printed, embroidered, or promotional product order, go straight to the experts at Kilpatrick Creations. Remember, we're here to make you look good.
Wherever you are, you'll find a branch of Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. And here's why. If you have a Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union account and a smartphone or other mobile device, visit SheridanCreditUnion.com. Download the free app, and your smart device becomes an internet mobile banking device with all kinds of banking features. So, regardless of your location, Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union is in the palm of your hand. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
It's time for the Homestar Halftime Show. We'll be back with a wrap of the first half right after this word from Homestar, your easiest way home.
There's a lot of hype about mortgage interest rates right now, but like sports, we can be working on your preseason mortgage game. This is Autumn Showtime Morris with Homestar. If you want the best rate when you're ready for a home loan, let's make sure everything you need is in place to get that win. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Grinnell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
We have hit halftime at the semifinal matchup between the Sheridan Broncs and the Cheyenne Central Indians. The Broncs are looking to win their 4th in a row against Central and punch their ticket to their 2nd straight state championship game and 6th in the last 7 years. As it stands at the halfway point, the Broncs are in the driver's seat handily, leading Central 41-14. A little palindrome there. Welcome to the Bronc Halftime Report presented by Homestar. I am your host, James Timberlake. Coming up, we will take a look at the somewhat barren upcoming weekend sports schedule, as well as recap the Cowboys and Broncos games last weekend. They're both on a bye this upcoming weekend, and conclude with a preview for the Cowboy basketball season, which starts on Monday. But first, let's get you caught up on some of the other scores from across the state right now. The other semifinal matchup in the 4A, Natrona County is on the road. The 3rd seed in Natrona County is on the road taking on 2nd seeded Cheyenne East, and East is winning that one handily. Approaching halftime, last score we got 28-7. That one was in the 2nd quarter, approaching halftime as well. And then locally in the 2A, this one went final earlier in the day. You probably listened to it a little bit earlier today. Number 1 seeded Bighorn beat 2 seeded Lyman from the east side of the state, or the west side of the state, 7-0. We were expecting a little bit more of a dominant run game from Lyman. They had statistically a better run game than Mountain View last week, who came in and gashed the Bighorn Rams in the run game last week, and did not happen. Bighorn was able to hold on, and they shut out Lyman, even with a couple of big turnovers from the Rams that Lyman forced, a couple within the 20-yard line in the 4th quarter as well. Lyman had multiple chances to kind of score or even go up in that game, but nonetheless, the Bighorn Ram defense held and shut out Lyman 17-0. They are waiting on the winner of Cokeville Lovell. That one is played tomorrow at 1 p.m. in the afternoon as well, and the winner of that game will go on to take on the Bighorn Rams in Laramie next Friday. Taking a look at the sports schedule for this weekend, it is time for state competitions for the other remaining fall sports as well. The Lady Bronx swimmers and divers are in Laramie competing in the 4A state championships. They started this afternoon, will continue into tomorrow morning. State volleyball is also underway in Casper this weekend. The Lady Bronx were eliminated last week. However, the Bighorn Lady Rams and Tongue River Lady Eagles will be making the trip over. The Lady Eagles opened the tournament yesterday with a matchup against one-seeded Rocky Mountain. The Lady Eagles pulled off the big-time upset, beating Rocky Mountain, the 1 seed, 3-1. That win set them up for a matchup with Burns, but the Lady Eagles fell in that one 3-2, falling in the last set 16-14. The Lady Rams opened up the tournament with a matchup against 4-seeded Kemmerer, and the Lady Rams won that one handily 3-0. That set them up with a matchup against Wright, and that one began at 6 p.m. tonight, so we'll have updates for you on that one as we go along here tonight as well, with the winner of that matchup going to the state championship match. Concluding the local sports schedule for the weekend, this weekend the Sheridan Hawks are taking on the Gillette Wild tonight and tomorrow in a home-and-home series. They're at home tonight taking on the Wild with the puck set to drop at 7:30, so in about 10 minutes, and then they will hit the road to take on the Wild tomorrow night in Gillette with the puck set to drop at 7:30 p.m. in that one as well. That's a look at the local sports schedule and the scores from across the state in the Wyoming football playoffs. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Cowboys and Broncos matchups from last weekend. We are at the half here at Homer Scott Field, and the Bronx are leading Cheyenne Central 41-14. You're listening to the Bronx Halftime Report, presented by Homestar.
Are you looking to ease a financial burden, secure college funding, make home improvements, consolidate debt? Hi, this is Matt with Homestar. These are all things we can help you with. Don't let national news stop you from exploring options to solve your problems and ease your mind. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Grinnell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back to the Bronx Halftime Report presented by Homestar. The Bronx are up on Central at the half 41-14. We just got word as well. Colson Kuhn, 15 carries for 309 yards in only the first half. Incredible performance so far by Colson Kuhn, but still have to go. We'll see what happens in the second half. The Wyoming Cowboy football team took the long trip over to Hawaii last weekend and came back victorious, beating the Rainbow Warriors 27-20. The final score of the game was maybe a little closer than what Cowboy fans would have wanted. A couple of turnovers at the beginning of the game for the Pokes allowed Hawaii to jump out to an early lead, which made the Cowboys have to play from behind for about a quarter and a half, something they are not very good at. But after the Pokes took the lead at the start of the second half, it was no looking back from there. Even with the two turnovers, the Cowboys did largely what they wanted to do against Hawaii, which was attack their less than stellar run defense, and attack it they did, piling up 365 total yards on 44 rush attempts, amounting to a staggering 8.3 yards per rush in the game. I thought it was going to be running back Titus Swin that lit up the score sheet against that defense, but it was actually running back DQ James who led the way, the true freshman for the Cowboys, rushing for 179 yards on just 14 carries, a 12.7 yard average from DQ James. Quarterback Andrew Peasley was not that great in the game through the air, even though they did not ask him to do a whole lot. He only completed 7 of 15 attempts with 2 interceptions, but he did run the ball effectively, rushing for 71 yards and 2 touchdowns on 14 carries. The Cowboys were tested a ton in coverage in the matchup, with Hawaii dropping back to pass 51 times. But the Poke defense held up pretty well, with the Hawaii quarterback going 23 for 45 for 205 yards and 2 touchdowns. One area for the Poke defense that was definitely concerning was their tackling, with the team as a whole missing 19 total tackles in the game. Other than the tackling issue and the early turnovers, the Pokes came in with a familiar game plan and walked away with their 3rd win in a row and 6th on the season, making them bowl eligible and putting them at 6-3 on the season so far, with a big month of November coming up for them. They have a bye this weekend. They will head into this weekend's second bye in the Mountain Division of the Mountain West behind Boise State. Next weekend, the Pokes will take on arch rival Colorado State. It's a rivalry game. Those are always kind of funky. Then they will come back home to take on Boise State with the first place in the division on the line. line, depending on if both teams come into the matchup having not lost in the previous 2 weeks. And then the Cowboys will close out the season with a trip to Fresno State, who, as of today, are the leaders in the West Division in the Mountain West. So Cowboys fans are looking at a potential massive 3-week stretch of football beginning next weekend. And since the Cowboys are on their bye this weekend, we will have a preview of that Colorado State game next weekend. Moving over to the Denver Broncos, they took a trip across the pond to London last week for a matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Broncos were able to snap their 4-game losing streak, beating the Jags 21-17. I won't say Russell Wilson stretching and doing jumping jacks on the plane for 4 hours ended up being the key to the Broncos' victory in the game, but it certainly was one of Wilson's best games as a member of the Broncos so far, so maybe it's something the whole team will start doing on the plane rides as a rallying cry, if you will. Wilson wasn't necessarily electric by any means, but he did finish going 18 for 30 for 252 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception, 2 big-time throws and 1 turnover-worthy play. So pretty solid. But then again, essentially anything would have been an improvement from about 3 weeks ago for Russell Wilson. Wilson's struggles have largely been the bigger story for this team so far this year, but it really is clouding the job the other side of the ball has done so far this season. The rush defense at times and their occasional struggle for the Broncos in the tackling department have really been the only knocks on this unit so far this season, and for the most part, they have struggled and haven't really struggled in either of those areas. It's been spotty with Travis Etienne gashing them for 156 yards last weekend and Josh Jacobs doing it back in week 4. Those have really been the only examples where the Broncos have really shined, but the Broncos have really shined in their pass coverage. Probably the best team in the entire NFL in that category so far this year. They are the highest graded pass coverage team in the NFL right now, according to Pro Football Focus, including 8 individual guys with 70-plus grades in pass coverage so far this season. As a team, they've intercepted more passes than they have allowed touchdowns through the air in coverage, with 6 interceptions and 4 touchdowns allowed. And in today's pass-heavy game, that is an incredible feat halfway through the season. The Broncos did look to be somewhat sellers at the trade deadline, dealing edge rusher Bradley Chubb to the Miami Dolphins for a package that includes a first-round pick in the upcoming NFL Draft. The Broncos have a bye this weekend to prepare for a matchup with Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans next week, and we will have a preview of that one for you as well next week. Finally, concluding the show today, the Wyoming Cowboy and Cowgirl basketball teams will begin their season this upcoming week, with the Pokes starting on Monday and the Cowgirls starting on Friday. The Cowboys come into the season with some pretty lofty expectations, probably the most hype surrounding their team in the last 10 years, I'd say, if not longer. They probably they bring back one of the best scoring duos in the country in Hunter Maldonado and Graham Ike. Maldonado was the only player in the entire country last year in the NCAA who averaged at least 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists last season, while Ike nearly averaged a double-double at 19.5 points per game and 9.5 rebounds per game while shooting over 50% from the field. However, the Cowboys got some bad news regarding Ike today. The Pokes announced that Ike hurt his leg and is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks, so that will be a massive loss for the first 2 months of the season for the Pokes. They also lost Drake Jeffries, who is a senior and very important to their ability to space the floor with their post-heavy offense, but Cowboy head coach Jeff Linder hit the transfer portal hard and landed a couple of Pac-12 transfers, and Ethan Anderson and Max Agbanpolo from USC, as well as Jake Kyman from UCLA. Their biggest concern right now will once again be their ability to shoot from 3, which in tow will affect their offensive spacing. A couple of preseason polls have the Cowboys finishing second in the Mountain West behind San Diego State, and San Diego State is probably going to be a top 15 team by the time the season is done. You'll be hard pressed to find a preseason poll that has them finishing further than third down the Mountain West standings if all goes well. And granted, all has not started well with Ike getting hurt at the start of the season, so we'll see where they end up. It's NCAA tournament or bust this season for the Cowboy basketball team, in my eyes, given last year's results, and we will see if they can live up to those lofty expectations. Their first matchup will be on Monday when they take on Colorado Christian at home, with first scheduled for 7 p.m., and they will be back at home for a matchup with Nicholls State on Thursday, with first tip scheduled for 8 p.m., and we have all the action live for you all season long. Cowboys and Cowgirls basketball. Cowboys will be on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO, and the Cowgirls will be on Smart Talk 106.3 FM all season long. Looks like the Bronx and Indians are getting ready to kick off the second half, so we are going to send it back out to Trevor and Shane and Homer Scott Field for the start of the third quarter. I've been your host, James Timberlake, and this has been Bronx Halftime Report, presented by Homestar.
There's a lot of hype about mortgage interest rates right now, but like sports, we can be working on your preseason mortgage game. This is Autumn Showtime Morris with Homestar. If you want the best rate when you're ready for a home loan, let's make sure everything you need is in place to get that win. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Cornell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
One season, 2 halves, 4 quarters, 1 halftime, 1 final whistle. A season of memories to last a lifetime. Don't let distractions turn those memories into tragedies. Texting while driving is a dangerous distraction. Sending or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving the length of an entire football field with your eyes closed. Whether you're driving to the game or down the court, Wide Minds you too. Stop the text and stop the wrecks.
Paid for by WYDOT Federal 402 funding.
When it comes to printed, embroidered, or promotional product needs, there's only one choice in and around Sheridan County. That's Kilpatrick Creations on Brundage Street in Sheridan. Our knowledge and experience puts us ahead of all others. Our expertise guarantees you a quality and affordable product each and every time. Our pricing is fair and consistent, our garment selection is extensive, and our quality is unmatched. So for your next screen printed, embroidered, or promotional product order, go straight to the experts at Kilpatrick Creations. Remember, we're here to make you look good.
Wherever you are, you'll find a branch of Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. And here's why. If you have a Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union account and a smartphone or other mobile device, visit SheridanCreditUnion.com. Download the free app, and your smart device becomes an internet mobile banking device with all kinds of banking features. So, regardless of your location, Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union is in the palm of your hand. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready to roll here in the second half. It'll be Cheyenne Central receiving the second half kickoff. And Shane, well, you got to think they got to score every time they get the ball. That's what they're thinking.
For sure, yeah. And the Bronx, obviously, every time they win a coin toss, they want the ball first. But that's what happens. You take the chance here in the second half. Obviously, you're up 4 scores. You're pretty happy with where you're sitting. But you don't want to give Central any kind of momentum,
One more score by the Bronx. If Central doesn't score in the Bronx and get another one up there, it's going to be really tough on them. I mean, 41-14 is a big score, but you know what?
It's not over.
No, this team's really good. And so you got to, when you get teams down, you got to bury them. And now, this is one of the spots where the Bronx have been suspect this season is kickoff coverage.
And I don't know if there's been a better half of football by one football player ever, but Colson Kuhn had 15 carries for 309 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's 20.4 yards a carry.
Here's the kick, high line drive. It'll be Prescott from the 6. They'll bring it out at the 15 to the sidelines and gets cut down inside the 25. It'll be right around the 24-yard line is where Central will take over.
Cody Dunham with the tackle for the Bronx.
Get low, baby. Took him out right at the ankles at the 24-yard line. Here comes Bartlett and his guys from Cheyenne Central. 41-14 Bronx lead.
They made some adjustments at halftime.
So Bartlett with counter in the backfield with him. 4 wides in the set. 41-14 Bronx. And Bartlett, the quarterback, will keep it on the first play of the second half, and he'll be stoned at about the 29-yard line, gain of 5.
He had 79 yards in the first half on the ground for Bartlett.
Fumbled twice. That hurt him.
Yep.
The big fumble was the one inside the 10-yard line. The Bronx cashed it in.
And then Colson stripped it from him when he dropped back to pass, kind of a strip sack.
So 2nd and 5 for Central, just inside their own 30. Man in motion, and around going the other way. Not much there, maybe a yard or 2 to the 32-yard line.
The flag came out right when the contact was made. There might have been a hold out there on the edge.
I did not see the flag fly, but let's take a look at it. And the way Central's looking at it, it's going to cost them 10. And the flag is right at the 31-yard line. It's going to go against the Bronx. Okay. So against the Bronx.
Face mask.
So Central will have a first down. It's a 5-yard face mask call. So it'll be Central ball just over their own 35-yard line.
is only a 5-yarder, right?
Make him go the length of the field. You just want to, right now it's eat up clock. You're thinking that too. Bartlett sets his guys, counter in the backfield, 3 wide to the near side of the bunch from the 35-yard line. Counter will go in motion. Bartlett will keep it. And he'll have good yardage and near a first down out across the 45. It looks like he might be a little bit short. Depends on the spot. It's really close, and he's a little bit short. Not much, though.
Looked like it should have been a false start. Boy, the left guard got a head start for sure.
And they're going to give him the first down at the 46-yard line. So first down for Cheyenne Central. Minute into the second half. 41-14 Bronx on the range scoreboard. Bartlett this time will give it to Counter. Running to the right side, has some room. Breaking tackles, flag down. This is going to be a hold. It's coming back.
That one's going to be.
As Counter got pummeled out of bounds. And the flag right at the 49-yard line. This one's coming back. This one will go against Cheyenne Central on a holding call. It'll still be first down. Actually, the spot will be the 48. So it's going to cost them about, by the time they step this off, about 8 yards total. So it'll be first and 18 for Cheyenne Central. Back to their own 43-yard line. So first and 18 coming for Cheyenne Central. Okay, just keep that clock running, man. 41-14 Bronx on the range scoreboard. Bartlett sets his guys again. Prescott in motion near side. Bartlett to throw. Going to give it to Prescott on that little bubble screen. And Prescott gets outside and look out. It's going to be knocked down close to a first down. He'll be about 3 yards shy. Second and short coming for Central. But there was nobody there.
There was nobody on that side.
Not sure what happened defensively to the Bronx that time, but there was nobody there on Prescott. And he's the one guy that you got to watch out for.
And Dane Steele's got to come off for at least one play. They said, he kind of maybe got his head hit. But he's going to be just fine. He's like, gosh dang it, why do I have to come out?
So second and 4 coming for Cheyenne Central at the Bronx 48. Two minutes in to the second half. 41-14 Bronx. Prescott in motion near side. And we'll go to Counter going the other way, and there's not a whole lot there. He's going to be piled up after a gain of 2. Third and a couple coming for Central at the Sheridan 47-yard line, just inside the 47. So third and 2 coming for the Indians.
Dane's back in the ball game.
Yeah.
That was quick.
So third and short for Cheyenne Central.
This will be a Bartlett keeper
Gotta
up here,
be right.
I'm sure.
So Bartlett sets his guys, Counter in the backfield with him. Prescott will line up in the slot to the near side. And they're going to throw underneath, and it's picked off. No, they're going to say incomplete. Oh, that was
Cale Gilbertson.
Gilbertson thought he had it, but the official was right there and said no, it was short-hopped.
He jumped the route again. It brings up 4th and 2.
Well, you got to go for it now. I mean, you're down 41-14, Shane. You got to go for it. If you're thinking about trying to win this game, you got to go for it now. I mean, it's go time for Central. It's 4th and 2 for Central at the Sheridan 46. Now do you think it's got to go to Bartlett? It's got to go to him, doesn't it? It will. He'll run to the right, looking for some room, has it, and he'll have the first down. He needed 2, and he got 3.
Made himself skinny right at the line and just snuck through.
Tackled by Williamson and Lynn.
So it'll be a first down for Cheyenne Central at the Sheridan 43. But again, Bronx will keep running those short runs.
Yeah.
We'll just keep that clock running.
Noah Williamson in on the tackle there along with Jackson Lynn.
First and 10 for Central at the Sheridan 43. Prescott in around, gets a block, and he'll pick up decent yardage inside the 40.
And somebody's shoe came off.
Prescott on the run.
So Prescott will get the carry to about the Sheridan, just inside the Bronx 43. We'll call it the 43-yard line, right at the stripe.
Well, Prescott lost his shoe.
A gain of 5. Second and 5 coming for the Indians.
It's been a long time since the Bronx had the ball. Central drove, had a long drive there to end the first half that resulted in the fumble, and now they've had the ball. So the fireworks have kind of slowed down.
Well, let's keep running, keep the time going. Bartlett to throw. Going to throw it down the middle. Got a man. It's going to be caught out there. It's Talich, I believe.
Yep. He's out of bounds right at the 9-yard line.
And he will be driven out at the 9 and first and goal for Cheyenne Central. So Central now on the doorstep.
Yeah.
It'll be first and goal at the Sheridan 9. 8:23 to play third quarter.
First down, Indians.
Hey, make them work for it, right? Don't give them an easy one. Make them work for it. Run some more time off the clock. And it'll be counter with a great run up the middle. He's in for the score. So Central will score on the opening drive of the first half. Or second half, excuse me. With 8:19 to go. And the Indians will go for the point after as Pedersen comes in to kick it to try the point after.
Peterson for the point after.
And here's the kick, and it is up, and it is good. With 8:19 to go in the third, Cheyenne Central has scored on the range scoreboard. Sheridan 41, Cheyenne Central 21. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
You know what they say, if you're not first, you're last. For all your plumbing demands, choose A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair. Commercial, residential, new construction, remodel jobs, and all repairs in between. A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair, because they are number one in a number two business. Call 672-9454. That's 672-9454.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, the Sheridan Bronx about ready to get their mitts on it for the first time here in the second half. 41-21, they lead it. Cheyenne Central, Shane, the onside kick here?
I don't know. You're down 3 scores. You still have a full quarter and 8 minutes. I mean, you're just asking for trouble if you do.
So Kentner, steal back deep. They'll stand inside the 5-yard line as Pedersen gets ready to put a toe to it. So Central will score on the opening drive of the second half. Now the Bronx are going to get the ball. And all the Bronx got to do the rest of the night, just take care of business and keep doing what you're doing. It's been quite a ball game so far. Pedersen will kick it away, and it's going to be Steele from the 3. And actually, it'll be Kentner from the 3 right up the middle of the field. Breaks the tackle 20. 25, flag down. He's dropped at the 26. And that'll cost the Bronx about 10. We're going to get a block in the back, aren't we?
Probably maybe a hold out that far away from in front of the ball carrier. Maybe somebody trying to drive, and you got to let go once the...
So the Bronx will have the ball right around their own 16-yard line or so, it looks like.
Once the tackler tries to make a move.
So the Bronx offense back out there for the first time here in the second half, leading it 41-14, 8:12 to go on the range scoreboard here in the third quarter. First and 10 Bronx on their own 16. Holding was the call. Colson Kuhn will be your quarterback. Taryn Grimm's in the backfield with him, 3 wides in the set. And again, Alex Haswell, we've seen all night long, line up at that tight end spot.
It's just a brilliant coaching move by the Bronx
just
coaching
something
staff,
different,
you know?
Just something different, right? So Kuhn ready to go. Bronx with a 41-21 lead. First and 10, first play of the second half of the Bronx. Empty backfield as Grooms will line up as a slot blocker. And now Haswell will go in motion. And now they'll bring Kentner in motion, and it's going to be Kuhn keeping it to the left side. And Colson through a bunch of people, keeps rumbling, and he'll take it out near the 30. He'll have a first down, get about 13.
Out to the 31-yard
wow.
line. That's 15 yards.
That was just kind of a rugby scrum. He just got in the middle of a bunch of blockers, and they just kept blocking downfield. First down for the Bronx at the 31-yard line.
Challenge there on defense.
And now it'll be Gilbertson coming in to run the quarterback spot. And Kuhn will move to the running back spot, lining up to his right in the backfield. 3 wides to the near side, 1 to the far side.
And you got Berrettini on that far side.
First and 10 from the 31. And they're going to go underneath. Ball's on the ground. Cheyenne Central has it. Oh, boy. Tried a little flip. No, they're going to say it's an incomplete forward pass.
Yeah, it is an incomplete forward pass.
It was a flip. Gilbertson flipped it to Kuhn underneath as in that motion.
Yep.
And they're going to say incomplete forward pass. Oh, boy.
They got lucky there.
Let's not do that again. Do I have a direct hotline to the sidelines? Don't call that play again. Wow, that's a little scary. Don't do that again. So we'll try it again, 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. Again, that was called a forward pass.
That was a great call by the officials. I mean, it was a forward pass.
Yeah. A little confusion by the Bronx on this snap. Kuhn will take the snap, and he's just going to go straight ahead. And he breaks into the clear. Midfield. It's a foot race down to the goal line. He's at the 30, 25, 20, and he will be down at the 15-yard line of Cheyenne Central. Unbelievable. And again, it's nothing fancy, folks. That's up the gut. Great blocking, and then it's just somebody wants to run the dang football. Wow. Wow. Colson will come out now. Gets a little bit of a breather, and Grooms will come in at the running back spot. Gilbertson, your quarterback. 1st and 10 Bronx at the Central 15. 7:15 to go, clock running, 3rd quarter. 41-21 Bronx. Bronx again looking for more now. And flag flies. What is it?
Huh. Somebody line up in the neutral zone? You can have two guys moving. You just
gonna pick up
they're going to wave it off. Yep. So now Colson, after that 54-yard run, 17 carries for 378 unofficially.
That's just crazy. Gilbertson ready to go again. Again, Grooms in the backfield with him. Haswell in motion. And it's going to be Gilby going left. And pretty good yardage. Actually, Gilby's going to get it to about the 10 and pick up about 4 or 5.
Yep.
I think they'll spot him at the 11. And number 5 trots back out on the field.
He'll keep it.
So 2nd down coming for the Bronx at the 11-yard line. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming. Grooms will come out. Gilbertson will stay in there at the quarterback spot. And Grooms will come out, as I mentioned, and it's Kuhn back in there. 6:26 to go, 3rd quarter. 41-21 Bronx. And 2nd and 6 from the 11-yard line of Cheyenne Central. Now Kuhn will go into the backfield. He'll take the direct snap. Fake the give. He's going to throw. And he's going to throw, and it's going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown, Matt Kettner. And I think it was Gilbertson that threw it.
Yep, it was.
Gilbertson came back, lined up at the quarterback spot, and hit Kettner out in the flat for the score, and that was the touchdown the Bronx needed.
Yep. Just a great play call.
Right over the figure,
for 11 yards, and now Kuhn for the point after. So the Bronx, again, all night long, they have answered every Cheyenne Central score, and they answer again. It looks like they're going to go for 2. So the Bronx are going to go for 2 here after they missed the extra point. It's 47-21 Bronx, and Kuhn take the snap, running right, and he's in! And the Bronx get the 2-point conversion on the range scoreboard. 6:07 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 49-21 Bronx. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
In business, in life, and in community, our values matter.
One of First Federal Bank and Trust core values is honesty and integrity above all else, to do the right things for their staff, customers, and community.
First Federal has been investing in our community for 87 years. We invite you to bank with us and see for yourself the positive impact a local bank makes on our community. First Federal Bank and Trust. Our values drive our business. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. 6:07 to go in the 3rd, 49-21 Bronx. And again, Shane, the Bronx have answered every Central touchdown tonight.
Yeah, just great ball handling and great. You know, they've just done everything well. The offensive line should get just 1,000 pounds of credit. It's been unreal.
I just did not see this going this way. And here's Gilbertson to kick it away. High end over ender, and it will be Prescott from the 10 to the 20, and he will be dropped at the 25.
It seems like whenever Central takes it outside, they get really good returns, but the last couple times they've been trying to take it right up the middle, and it's not been successful.
So 6:07 to go, third quarter. The Bronx now leading at 49-21. And again, that's all they had to do with a big lead at halftime. Just keep matching them score for score, and you're good. We'll get a score for you here. I don't know if I was paying attention. East Natrona?
It was 28-14 at halftime.
Okay.
East leading Natrona.
So Natrona got back in it after falling behind early. So Bartlett has his guys ready to go again. And he'll fake the toss to Prescott, going to throw. Going to check it deep down the middle. Got a man out there, and it's caught by Whitworth, and he's going to go. Oh, the Bronx got torched for an 80-yard bomb. Jackson Whitworth.
75-yard bomb.
Wow. And there was nobody around him. Wow. Wow. Not much you can say about that, is there?
Right.
Wow. So they score right away, so they answer the Bronx. Speaking of answering, now Pedersen for the point after. Well, we've got a lot of points on. Boy, hope we don't run out of numbers. And now Pedersen for the point after. And the kick is up. And it's good with 5:56 to go in the third. Bronx aren't out of the woods yet. It's Sheridan 49, Cheyenne Central 28. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
Shop like you mean it this November at Sheridan Motors. It's our Black Friday sales event all month long. Now's the time to check out Sheridan Motors 2022 and 2023 inventory. Experience the new Ram 1500 and Ram Heavy Duty best-in-class power and comfort. Test drive a new Jeep Grand Cherokee L, Jeep Wrangler, or Jeep Gladiator. Find out about new incentives, including special financing offers and bonus cash for those who qualify. Visit Sheridan Motors at 3270 Wrench Drive today.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, right there, Cheyenne Central showed what kind of club they have. And they've got a high-powered offense as well. And Jackson Whitworth got behind the Bronx defense, and he torched them. And Bartlett laid it right in there. So they're not going away. 49-28, 5:56 to go in the third. We haven't seen this many points up on the scoreboard in a long time.
Right. Here's a update from Cheyenne East. 42-14 East with 6:18 left to go in the third.
So they have pulled away.
So it's similar to this one.
Mm-hmm. Now the onside kick?
Two high-powered offenses.
The onside kick now? Well, the Bronx are thinking onside kick because they got those guys out there.
These two touchdowns were about, what? I mean, they were 30 seconds apart.
Yeah, basically. And they'll kick it away, and it will be Steele at the 1 to bring it out.
Hands it to Kettner.
Kettner at the 10, forced outside, grabbed and spun out of bounds, and down he goes. But the Bronx, again, offense will come back out on the field.
Talich did a great job of just getting a piece of jersey and hanging on for the ride. Some people maybe been asking if that was a horse collar, but no, he just had him by the jersey. He didn't get inside the shoulder pads.
So the Bronx will have it on their own 12-yard line.
So an 88-yarder here.
Bronx have had to punt once tonight. It was a fake punt that ended up pretty good for the Bronx.
Yeah, in a touchdown, right?
Yeah. Fake punt touchdown. So Gilbertson in there at the quarterback spot.
That was a 64-yard fake punt for the touchdown.
And Kuhn will line up to his right. 1st and 10 Bronx on their own 12. Bronx just want to take care of the football now.
Yeah, you don't want to give Central any reason to think that they're...
Well, Gilby's going to keep it and get buried back inside the 10. Central is all over that play. Gilbertson was hit immediately.
Well, that's a loss of 5.
Wow. For 2nd and 15 coming for the Bronx back at the
7-yard line,
8-yard line, so loss of 4. So 2nd and 14 coming for the Bronx. Don't give them any
reason to think they're in this ball game.
Exactly. Need a couple of first downs. Got to get a first down here.
Got to get out of the third quarter here.
Get out of the third quarter, go to the fourth with this lead. So Kuhn will take the snap this time at the quarterback spot. Haswell will go in motion. Bronx set. Kettner in motion near side. Jet sweep. They fake it. Give it to Kuhn. And out the gate he goes again, and he'll fall down a yard shy of the first down. Just his feet came out from underneath him. Otherwise, for a second there, I thought it was going to be a sprint for the goal line.
Gain of 14 on the play, though.
So 3rd and short for the Bronx. And again, he's about a step away from going the distance.
14-yard gain brings up 3rd and 1.
So 3rd and a yard for the Bronx just outside their own 20. With 4.5 to go, third quarter, Bronx lead at 49-28 on the Rain scoreboard. Kuhn gets the snap. This time he's going to run to the right, gets hit in the backfield and spun down, and the Bronx are going to have to punt. He'll lose a couple.
Gosh, dang it.
Got him from the backside that time.
Yep.
So the Bronx will punt.
They brought the heat.
So Kuhn will punt it away.
They're going to get great field position again.
So 4th and 3 for the Bronx with 4 minutes to go in the third. Bronx lead 49-28. And this will be the Bronx first punt tonight. Again, they faked the first time for a touchdown. Can't imagine you'd fake it inside your own 20, would you? And they will not. Kuhn fumbles the snap, but does get the kick away, and it's a good one. Fair catch called for. Cheyenne Central will have the ball at their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, 45, yeah.
45-yard line, they'll spot it. So Central with good field position. So now they'll put it at the 46.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for Central on their own 46-yard line with 3:41 to go in the third. The Bronx would love, Shane, as you said, to have a 49-28 lead going into the fourth.
Yeah, watch the passing game here. Obviously, they've been able to complete a couple passes.
So Cheyenne Central still in it, my friends. 49-28 Bronx. But Central, again, they've showed that last possession they can strike in a hurry. And Bartlett will line his guys up. 1st and 10 for Central on their own 46. The hay is not in the barn yet. Bring him out of motion near side. Going to give the carry this time to Prescott. And he'll be dropped near midfield. Ball is out. They're going to say he was down.
Oh, good.
So they're going to say the man was down. The Bronx have the ball.
I think that was Alex Fernandez, the ball carrier. And we've got a Bronx D lineman down as well. Actually, both teams have a player down. Fernandez is down for the Bronx. And we've got...
Well, let's just hope it's
Noah.
cramp.
Is that Noah Williamson?
Hope it's a cramp.
Yeah, big Noah Williamson.
And a player down for Cheyenne Central
holding
as well.
His knee.
So got a couple players down. They take a look. We'll get out of here and come back. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9.
You have a new prescription to be filled, but where should you go? Hi, this is Vandalyn Meyer with Hospital Pharmacy West. Visit us and see what a local hometown pharmacy is like. Keeping all your prescriptions in one place makes it much easier for you, and knowing your medication history helps our pharmacists answer your questions. We look forward to seeing you at Hospital Pharmacy and Hospital Pharmacy West.
Hometown Pharmacy, hometown care at Hospital Pharmacy West.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back, everybody. Both players up and onto the sidelines. 2nd and 6 coming for Cheyenne Central at midfield. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bronx lead at 49-28. And Bartlett sets his guys. They'll empty the backfield. Bartlett to throw. Bubble screen, and it will be caught out there. And it'll be short of a first down, but it'll be 3rd and short for Central. King made the catch out of the backfield. And he will be short by about a yard, maybe less. Well, short by a yard. So third and a yard coming for Central, right at the Sheridan 45. 3:10 to go, clock running third quarter.
Sounds like the rushing record for Sheridan High School is 3:45. So I think Colson
that was crushed,
taking care of that,
wasn't it?
I think Jordan Roberts had 3:45 in a single game.
I think it was at Evanston. I witnessed that.
3rd and 1, huh?
3rd and a yard. Bartlett to throw, unloads it, and it's going to be batted down incomplete. Kentner got a piece of it, knocked it away. Now 4th and a yard for Central.
That was up in the air for a long time, too. He was trying to find it, wasn't he?
He just couldn't locate it. He tipped it, Shane. He was looking around. If he has a beat on it, he catches that easily.
And he's gone.
And it's a touchdown. But he was just looking in the air for it, couldn't find it. 4th and a yard now for Central. At the Sheridan 45. Under 3 to go, third quarter.
This is where Bartlett will just probably keep it here.
You got to. Don't you? Bartlett takes the snap. He will run. and get to the outside.
Oh, they had him wrapped up. Kettner just couldn't get him down.
Just missed him, didn't get low enough, and Bartlett will have enough for the first down. They had a shot about 2 yards shy of the first down, but just didn't get low enough, and Bartlett is a big, strong, physical kid. Just ran right through it. 1st and 10 for Central at the Sheridan 42-yard line. And 2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Hey, make them earn it.
For sure.
Right here. Make them grind it out right here. Bartlett will empty the backfield on 1st and 10. And they're going to give it around the end. I think it's Whitworth, and he's going to be dropped at the 40. I don't know if that was Whitworth or not.
Miles Porwall.
Okay, Porwall with the carry. They'll drop him just shy of the 40 on short gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Set the clock, and the clock running now 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 49-28. Boy, you start watching clocks, they go so slow when you're in the lead.
Right.
I got to quit watching that thing. It's driving me crazy. 2nd and 8 for Central, just outside the Sheridan 40. Bartlett underneath. He'll give it off to Prescott. He's hit immediately. Haswell's got him, and down he goes.
And a loss of 2.
Nice play by Haswell. Little shovel pass underneath to Prescott. Haswell grabs him. Loss of 2. 3rd and 10 coming. Well, the defensive in that time didn't bite on anything, did he? Great play. And the clock will continue to run now. 1:19 and running. Third quarter. 3rd and 10 for Cheyenne Central at the Sheridan 42. But again, it's go time for them the rest of the way.
For sure.
Bartlett brings him out of motion near side. And he will roll to his right. Looking, going to unload it outside. Got a man that's going to be caught for a first down near the 30.
That's Whitworth again along the far sidelines.
1 minute to go in the third quarter. It'll be a first down for Cheyenne Central. They'll spot it at the Sheridan 31. And again, he gets out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. 49-28 Bronx. From the Sheridan 31, Bartlett will keep it up the middle, and he will fall forward for about 4 or 5. Going to be shy of the 25-yard line, about the 26. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming from the Sheridan 26. But again, clock continues to run. That's okay.
Peyton Jack checking in for the Bronx D-line. I like how they rotate those guys in a lot. Keep them fresh. Cody Dunham out on the playing corner. Kettner back as the safety.
2nd and 5. Bartlett to throw. Looking, flushed out of the pocket. Left now he'll step up, chuck it deep. It's up for grabs, and it's going to be picked off by Kettner. He'll bring it back 20. 25 cut back. He's still on his feet as he crosses the field. Gets another block and goes down at the 29-yard line. There's flag down at the 13-yard line.
And there's a flag right at the line of scrimmage as well. So I think there might be 3 flags down.
The ball got tipped. Kettner picked it. It'll be Bronx football, won't it?
Well, it depends on what the flag at the 13 is down there. If there was a defensive hold or something. But the first penalty of there was an illegal shift right from the get-go.
The Bronx would decline that. Now I'm thinking the flag at the 13's got to be on the return, right? So here's our official's going to make the call right here, and I'll let our official in the booth explain it to us.
Let's see what he says here.
There are multiple fouls on the play. Holding. Defense. Illegal formation. Offense. During the return. Holding.
That doesn't the defensive holding doesn't matter at all because it
repeats it down. Yeah.
All I have to say is there's penalties on both teams. They offset.
We'll do it again
and replay the down.
So it's 2nd and 5. Doggone it. So they did call defensive holding on the Bronx.
And they're going to wind the clock, so we're under 10 seconds to go here in the
see
third.
If Central gets a playoff here. And the time running down, still running down, and they will not get a playoff. We'll go to the 4th. Cheyenne Central threatening again. When we come back, we go to the 4th quarter on the Range scoreboard. Sheridan 49, Cheyenne Central 28. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO. 106.9
WWC
FM.
Engineering is a multidisciplinary professional firm specializing in civil, site, environmental, and land development, mining, oil and gas, and so many more services. Winter puts the brakes on many types of construction work. A well-executed project requires detailed planning, which can take months. Get yourself prepared. The winter is a great time to survey your upcoming projects for the spring. WWC Engineering will be there to take on your toughest jobs. Call 672-0761 or visit wwcengineering.com.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. We go to the fourth. Sheridan leading at 49-28. Well, first off, you know me, I'm fatalistic. You're still in a good spot right now, aren't you? 49-28, you lead it?
Yes.
Every time Central has scored tonight, the Bronx have answered. Except for the last score where they had to punt, but still, they've made Central run a lot of time off the clock it's the end of the third quarter. So we go to the fourth. Cheyenne Central faces a 2nd and 5 at the Sheridan 26, with the Bronx leading at 49-28. And we'll get an East and Natrona score, but it looks like the winner of this game is going to take on Cheyenne East. It's going to be Bartlett up the middle, and he'll rumble inside the 20 for a first down at about the 18.
They're trying to get back within 2 scores.
You know, and the thing about it is, for the Bronx, you want to keep it close to the vest, keep the ball on the ground, but you still think they might, you know what? Long way to go. Maybe need another touchdown. Might need another one.
We might need another one.
Yep, might need another one the way this thing's going. So 1st and 10 for Cheyenne Central at the Sheridan 18-yard line. Bartlett man in motion to the far side. Bartlett will keep it again right up the middle, and good yardage. Powers his way to near the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Central at the Sheridan 5.
He just got behind that line of scrimmage. Those offensive linemen pushed his way through.
So 1st and goal for Central at the Sheridan 5. Clock continues to run here in the fourth quarter. 49-28 Bronx. And Bartlett has been a workhorse tonight for this club. Prescott in motion near side. Handoff going to go underneath to counter, and he'll score. And Cheyenne Central gets the first touchdown of the fourth quarter. And they're a little closer now. Well, the Bronx they're going to need another one, I think. And Pedersen will come in for the PAT. It's now 49-34. And this is to make it a 2-touchdown game right here with 11:04 to go. 3-touchdown lead sounds better. So let's see if this Bronx offense can do coming back out. And Peterson will kick it up. That one got tipped, but I think he got it through. He did. Somebody got a piece of it, but it still got through. 11:04 to play on the range scoreboard. It is 49-35 Sheridan. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
Are you looking to expand your operation, purchase a new building, or get that business idea of yours off the ground? Hi, this is John Dick with First Bank of Wyoming. For all those business projects, big and small, we can help. Our decisions are made locally, and we're here for you every step of the way from concept to completion. Let's get started today. Stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2, or give us a call at 672-1733. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:04 to go. 49-35. We got a shootout going at Homer Scott Stadium tonight. And no time like the present. The Bronx, I think they got to answer. You're up 2 scores. 3 scores would be really nice in the fourth quarter. And we had a penalty, so...
No, there was. I think they picked it up.
Okay, so there's no penalty. Kentner and Steele back to receive the kick from Cheyenne Central. Well, we'll see if they kick it away. We have not had one touchback tonight. Well, we had one when they kicked it off from the 40-yard line.
Dane let it go through his hands.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. On the opening kick.
Well, the way Pedersen kicks it, Steele and Kentner got to be licking their chops. Going to have a shot here. Again, 11:04 to go. Bronx lead at 49-35.
You better just get a whole dose of Colson Kuhn here in the fourth quarter.
A bunch of it. So Pedersen ready to boot it away, if he will boot it away. And he will. Short kick. And it's going to be Kentner. We'll give it off to Steele. 25, 30, down at the 32. Not a bad return.
Good return. Good return.
A lot of traffic in there just trying to get out of.
I think Kettner should have kept that one.
Yep.
The far sideline was, there was a lot more room over there.
So 1st and 10 for the Bronx. They will spot the ball at the Sheridan 32. Again, a long way to go. We're just underway in the fourth quarter. 49-35 Bronx lead it on the range scoreboard. And Colson Kuhn will be back in there at the quarterback spot. Taryn Groom's in there with him.
And we need a 4 or 5 minute drive here that ends in a touchdown.
Or just smash one from about 70 would be okay, too, at this point. I don't care how you score it. You know. And Kuhn will get the snap, and he'll keep it right up the middle. And there's not a whole lot there, and he'll just stay on his feet and get about 5 when there wasn't much. Just kept the legs moving.
I think you give him 6 yards.
A gain of 6 out to the 38-yard line. Wow. And same set. Central rolls their linebackers up. They got 8 guys in the box right now.
Yeah.
If you break contain, it's a touchdown. They bring everybody. There's 9 guys in the box right now. Give it to Colson running right. And he'll have the first down, and he will have more than that out near to the 48-yard line. Wow. Great blocking up front, and Colson Kuhn just keeps digging.
That's 10 yards on that carry. 408.
Unbelievable. 408 yards on the ground. And we still got 10 minutes to go. Wow. 1st and 10 Bronx on their own 48. Same set this time. Kuhn gets the snap. This time he'll fake the give and keep it. Bounce to the outside on the right. Gets to the sidelines. Look out. Down the sidelines he goes. Cuts back and he's taken down to the 25-yard line of Cheyenne Central. Wow. They faked that jet sweep to Kentner, and Kuhn kept it up the gut and bounced it to the outside. For what now? 400 and...
Was that that was a 26-yard pickup?
So 430-something? That's bizarre. This is crazy. 1st and 10 Bronx at the 25-yard line of Central. Again, they're rolling up 8 or 9 guys at the line of scrimmage, and the Bronx are still torching them. Wow. 1st and 10 at the Central 25. Colson keeps it again, and this time he's going to be knocked down, maybe lost a little bit.
I think
line of scrimmage.
Right back to the line of scrimmage.
So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 coming. But again, that keeps that clock running. Now we're approaching the 9-minute mark of this fourth quarter, with the Bronx leading at 49-35. And Ty Gilbertson will come into the ballgame to run at the quarterback spot. Kuhn will line up to his left. 2nd and 10. The ball again just outside the 25-yard line of Cheyenne Central. Give it to Kuhn, running right. There's some running out there. Shakes one man, then another. Now he's at the 10, at the 5, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Colson Kuhn. 25 yards. That was a big, big touchdown, Shane. That was huge. That might be the biggest. That might be the biggest touchdown of the ball game for the Bronx right now. Puts them up by 3 scores with 8.5 to go.
4:58.
You know what? He's got to get 500 now. He's got to get 500 now. 4:58
and 6 touchdowns. I think the Sheridan High School record is 8, held by Homer Scott, though.
You know, all I can say is one thing for sure. I've said this before. Colson Kuhn is going to sleep well tonight. Here's the point after from Colson, and he knocks it through with 8:38 to go. On the range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 56, Cheyenne Central 35. Listen to Bronx football on KWYO 106.9 FM and our live video web stream, SheridanMedia.com.
The Sheridan County 1 cent optional tax is on the ballot November 8th. Many public projects in Sheridan County are paid for in part by 1 cent funds. Some of these projects include funding for parks and recreation, facility projects for seniors, public health, and much more. This is Cindy Jacobson with ERA Carroll Realty, and we're asking you to vote yes on the Sheridan County 1 cent tax.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Todd Gilbert's ready to kick it away. 56-35. That was huge.
That was a...
Cheyenne Central, kind of fielded a little bit there, but the Bronx come back.
Yeah, big answer right there.
Yeah. And Colson Kuhn, again, it's Colson Kuhn's ball. It's Colson Kuhn tonight. It's crazy. 6 touchdowns, well over 400 yards in rushing. And the kick is away. And this time it's going to be, I believe, counter from about the 3. He'll bring it out. And he'll take it to the left side and get along the sidelines and then just get drilled out of bounds or the 34-yard line. Big hit over there.
Counter on the return.
It'll be at the 33, 34-yard line. But right now, with 8.5 to go, you're up 56-35.
Malachi Bandy Schmidt on the tackle.
He laid him out, too.
Yeah, he did.
Laid him out. So they'll spot the ball at the Central 33. Still a long way to go. Everybody's got their timeouts left, so Central with 3 timeouts left. Bronx lead at 56-35. But that 3, the 3-score lead was the big one. 2 scores, you get a turnover, and that 2-score lead's in jeopardy. Now you got the 3rd score to mess with, and now we have an official's timeout. And the teams are going to go to the sidelines and huddle up with their coaches. We're going to get one as well. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
Are you thinking about going to college, but you're not sure where to start? Sheridan College is here to help guide you every step of the way. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday during business hours to meet with an enrollment expert and get your questions answered about financing, whether to go full or part-time, degree.
And welcome back, everybody. Quick officials timeout there. And now the Cheyenne Central Indians ready to go from their own 33. Bring one man in motion. Handoff's going to go underneath to the runner on the backfield, and nothing there. Maybe got a little bit of positive yardage. Not much there, though. It looks like it'll be 2nd and 10. 8:15 to go, clock running. And looking out there, you know what? They're starting to roll some guys through. Starting to put some of the backups will stay on the field. A few of them, anyway. You're getting to that point. 8 minutes to go. The Bronx lead at 56-35 on the range scoreboard. Bartlett to throw. Going to pump once. Going to throw back the other way. Got a man. Great one-handed catch by Prescott. And then he'll be dragged down, flagged down back at the 38-yard line.
I think it might be offensive pass interference.
You think
Maybe.
Prescott pushed off?
He might have.
It was a great one-handed catch.
That's about...
Or are they going to call it on the Bronx?
I don't know.
I don't know what it would be. There's only a couple of guys out there. It looked like it was a clean catch. It didn't look like any holding or pass interference. And we will get our answer here. Still talking it over.
There's going to be enough for a first down.
Well, let's see what the call is. Are they going to wave this thing off too? Penalty is against the Bronx, it looks like.
Pass interference.
Okay, so they call a pass interference on the Bronx. First down for Cheyenne Central at their own 48.
Huh. It looked like Prescott pushed our guy down to the ground before he made the one-handed catch, but...
Oh, well. 56-35 Bronx from the 48. Bartlett under pressure. Steps up in the pocket, gets hit, and he will go down, and he'll lose about 3.
Kason Wilson, the first Bronx there.
First time they got to him, and again, Bartlett that time just being patient. And he stepped up in the pocket, had a moment that he could have let it go, but good coverage downfield, and the defense got to him. 2nd and 12 coming, loss of 2. Back to the 46. Bartlett going to go quick toss this time, and it's going to be Prescott for good yardage and a first down inside the Bronx 40.
Just gets ahead of steam.
Mm-hmm.
Wyatt Phillip and Gilbertson on the tackle. First down, Cheyenne Central.
And the clock running now, 7:10 to go. in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for Central at the Bronx 39. Bartlett brings Prescott in motion near side again. Bartlett goes left this time. And this time he's going to run. And we'll get great yardage flag. We're going to get a hold on Cheyenne Central
for sure.
back near the 40-yard line. Call it the 39-yard line, so that's going to cost them 10. So that'll back the Indians up 10. We'll back them back outside the Bronx 45. It'll still be first down. First down about 19 by the time they step it off, I think. Well, first down in 19 or 20. It'll be, well, close to 20. It'll be 1st and 20 after the hold. 6:53 to go. Bronx lead by 3 scores, 56-35. We'll try to get you a late score from that Central game, or the East game.
East 42, Natrona County 27 at the end of the third quarter.
Sounds kind of like this one, doesn't it? You know, trying to hang on to a big lead. The Bronx again coming up with the big answer here in the fourth quarter. The big score. About 3 minutes after Central, about 2.5 minutes after Central scored, the Bronx got another one in there. So 1st and 20 for Central at the Sheridan 49. Bronx are bringing the heat this time right up the middle. Bartlett's going to get rid of it. It's got a man out there. It's going to be caught, and they'll have the ball at about the Sheridan 40, a gain of 10. And 2nd and 10 coming.
Second down, yeah.
Actually, it'll be 2nd and 11 right at the 40. Yeah, the Bronx were bringing the heat that time, and Bartlett just quickly got the ball off to Whitworth. 2nd and 11. And Whitworth was able to scamper out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 6.5 to go. But again, the Bronx up big right now.
Natrona got a safety, so now it's 42-29.
Ooh. Bartlett. End around to Prescott, and he gets dropped for a loss.
Prescott with the ball. Tackled in the backfield by Dane Steele.
Dane Steele got him, and they lose about 3 more. 3rd and 14 coming, and that keeps the clock running too.
Chance Larson also in on the tackle there for the Bronx. Dane Steele and Chance Larson. So 3rd and about 13 now.
Ball back at the Sheridan 43. And Bartlett will take a look at the sidelines. Play will come in from the coaches. Empty the backfield. Under 6 to go. Bartlett to throw. Steps in, unloads it to the outside, incomplete.
Pass intended for Talich goes.
And that brings up a 4th down. Well, you know they got to go. 4th and 13. Right. Now they got to go. It's your ball game right here. This is it.
13 to go for Central.
This is Central's last gasp.
Sheridan's up 3 scores.
They're up 3 scores. If they don't get the first down, the Bronx get the ball back, then they just go back to the ground and pound, right?
That's what you would think. You want to run the clock. Both teams have all 3 timeouts.
Well, the Bronx got to get the stop first on 4th and 13 for Central. From the Sheridan 42. Under 6 to go. Bronx again show like they're bringing the heat. Now they'll step back. And now Cheyenne Central's going to burn a timeout. 5:48 to go. Timeout on the field. Bronx 3 scores. You listen to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9 FM and our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com.
Are you thinking about going to college, but you're not sure where to start? Sheridan College is here to help guide you every step of the way. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday during business hours to meet with an enrollment expert and get your questions answered about financing, whether to go full or part-time, degree programs, and more. With over 50 programs of study, they truly have something for everyone. Find out more at sheridan.edu.Sheridan College. Begin your journey.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, Central burns the timeout. 4th and 13 to Sheridan 42. 5:48 to go. Bronx lead 56-35. Kind of been a shootout, kind of not. The Bronx have led the whole way. Just trying to hold Cheyenne Central off. Bartlett to throw on 4th down. Going to chuck it deep, and he's got a man, and it's caught by Prescott for the touchdown. Well, the Bronx get burned deep again. So Prescott makes the catch. That'll cover 42 yards. And the Bronx aren't out of the woods yet, my friends. They finally got Prescott loose, didn't they? With 5:42 to go, Pedersen on for the point after. And the kick is up, and it is good with 5:42 to go in the ball game. On the rate scoreboard, it's Sheridan 56, Cheyenne Central 42. You're listening to Bronc Football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
Brand identity is an integral part of your company. It's how the public views your organization and relates to your business. The folks at Alpha Graphics are experts in helping you grow your brand through strategic and consistent marketing plans. Their goal is to help you get noticed and get business. Go to alphagraphicssheridan.com to request a quote today, or stop by their new location at 2266 North Main Street in Sheridan.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, Shane, I'm going to give Cheyenne Central credit. They're going to make the Bronx play till the end.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, they're not giving up. We're going to get an onside kick here, I'm sure. With 5:42 to go, Central's got 2 timeouts left, and the Bronx are going to need some first downs. A couple, at least. Still with a 2-score lead.
To receive the kickoff for Brock Peterson.
98 points scored here tonight. And I did a little research, Trev. The all-time rushing record was set earlier this year by Wind River running back Cooper Frederick. 61 carries for 549 yards in a win. Wind River beat Southeast Cyclones. So 549 is the overall state record in rushing.
And here's the onside kick attempt. It's up for grabs. Who got it? Central says they have it. Do they?
Let's see who came down with it.
Well, the Bronx, no one's celebrating yet.
No signal yet.
Bronx say they've got it. Let's see. Bronx football? Bronx football.
Yeah.
So the Bronx will have it right at about the 48, 49-yard line.
Who got it?
So the Bronx will have it 1st and 10 on their own 48.
I think it was.
Got to go back to work right here. I don't care what.
The littlest guy on the field, 5'7", 130-pound Chance Morris, came over that loose ball.
How big?
5'7" and $130.
That's how. I was that big in the 2nd grade. Way to go, kid. 1st and 10 for the Bronx on their own 49. Gilby's in there at the quarterback spot.
Colson's lined up in the slot.
And they'll line up Colson as a receiver. Groom's in the backfield. 5:38 to go. The Bronx leading at 56-42. Get a couple of first downs here. Keep that clock moving. Kuhn will go in motion. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep, running to the right. Breaks a tackle, trying to get outside. Not a whole lot there. Now he'll cut back. And you know what? He's going to get 4 or 5 yards when there was nothing there, Shane. He gets 5, and there was nothing there.
And stayed in bounds. That's what I like.
Yep. He reversed field, and I mean, there was nothing there. He made the initial tackler missed, and Colson got to the sidelines and just reversed field. So 2nd and 5, and again, the clock continues to run as we approach 5 minutes to play. 56-42 Bronx. But again, you know, this Final Four, all these teams playing,
yeah,
you would expect scores like this, too, because all 4 of them are really good.
Yeah, the other game is high scoring as well.
2nd and 5 from the Central 46. Give it to Kuhn again, running right. Now he cuts back to the right. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Cuts back at the 15. Gets hit and down at the 12. Wow. Wow. You know, it's amazing is everyone knows who's going to get the ball. The defense knows who's going to get the ball. Everyone in the stadium knows. And it's still, he's running wild.
I think that was like 32 yards.
So 1st and 10 for the Bronx at the 13-yard line of Cheyenne Central. Trying to finish this off in style with 4.5 to go. Kuhn's still in the backfield. Taryn Groom's back there with him. And Gilbertson, the quarterback, from the 13-yard line. And flags.
Delay a game.
Delay a game on the Bronx. Again, letting that clock run so they'll move the Bronx back 5.
And Unofficially, Trevor, I've got him for 25 carries for 499 yards.
5 yards.
And 6 touchdowns.
That's just shocking. That's stunning. This is 4A football, too. It's not slap and tickle. It's big boy football right now. Wow. Almost 500 yards. Give it to him again here. Might as well let him get 500, right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
19.96 yards a carry.
And he gets the ball again to the 15-yard line after that penalty. And it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Bronx. Wow.
2-yard carry there. That puts him over 500. It's 501 yards now.
What have we witnessed?
Right.
Seriously. Everybody here has witnessed historic performance by Colson Kuhn. Empty the backfield, Gilbertson, in the quarterback spot.
That puts him over 5,000 yards rushing and receiving in his career at Sheridan High School.
Approaching the 3-minute mark. And the give is going to go to Kentner, and he'll get out of bounds. They're going to force him out of bounds near the 15-yard line.
It's actually Dane. Yeah,
or was it Dane Steele? Yeah. It was Dane, and so it's going to be 3rd and about 13? Well, you got a 3rd and 13 right here. Well, 3:10 to go. They stopped the clock. Steele was taken out of bounds.
A field goal would really seal it.
Yeah, would finish.
That's another 3-score game.
It's a 2-score game right now.
Actually, yeah, it's 17 would be a 3-score game for sure. With 3:10 to go.
Well, why not just get a touchdown? Yeah. He's got 6. I think 8's the record for Sheridan High School. I think that might be safe. And Kuhn will take the direct snap. He'll run to the right. Cut back. Look out. 5-yard line. At the goal line. Touchdown! Colson Kuhn does it again. And the Bronx are over 60 points. 7 touchdowns for Colson Kuhn.
That was a 16-yard touchdown run.
And over 500 yards rushing. And 7 touchdowns now. Yeah, I think we've witnessed... we've witnessed a historic performance that we might never see again. I mean, this is one of these. And the kick is up, and it is good with 3:08 to go on the range scoreboard. It's Sheridan 63, Cheyenne Central 42. You listen to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
It's going to be a great year for Sheridan Bronx this year. Looking forward to a winning season. Hard to beat a team that's working together and with a winning spirit like the best team, EXP Realty. We strive to give you the best, whether it's buying or selling. And the Sheridan Bronx strive to give you the best high school football in the state of Wyoming. We are heading to a great season in high school football, and the Sheridan Bronx are the best in bringing you home the win. If you're looking to score a touchdown, call Jack and Kathleen Wood at Best Real Estate EXP Realty at 307-763-1249.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, Colson Kuhn over 500 yards rushing tonight. Over 500. And 7 touchdowns. 63-42, Bronx lead it. And it looks like the Bronx are going to be heading back to a familiar place, to War Memorial Stadium. Next Saturday, Saturday, Bighorn's going to play in their championship game on Friday, and the Bronx will play Saturday. And a pooch kick along the ground. It comes loose. Now it's going to be picked up by one of the upbacks, and Central will have the ball at about their own 31, 32-yard line. But, undefeated regular season, had the 4 great games with the top 5 teams. They won all of them. And then you get these guys again, and the Bronx hangs 63 on this team.
Right.
I mean, they gave up 42 because we know what kind of a team Cheyenne Central has. They're going to score points on you. But they just But Colson Kuhn, over 500 yards and 7 touchdowns, that is just crazy. It just turned into the Colson Kuhn show tonight.
East now leads Natrona 42-36 with 6 minutes left.
Ooh.
Oh, no, it's 48-36. Sorry, just another update. 48-36 East.
Bartlett down the middle of the throw off the fingertips of the receiver and incomplete.
So you talked
about
looking
for Talladge. So that'll stop the clock with 3 minutes to go. The Bronx leading at 63-42. Wow.
189 points scored between the four teams in the semifinals so far tonight.
Well, so much for defense, huh? So much for the D.
Wow.
Piled up a ton of, I mean, I just shake my head. It's just what we have seen tonight. And for the folks listening in or watching on the web stream, we have seen a historical performance tonight by this kid. Bartlett, the quarterback, going to keep it for Central, and he will have the first down. He's going to be piled up near the Central 43-yard line. They'll stop the clock momentarily as they move the chains. And at a 63-42 ball game right now, I can't imagine that Central will just keep it going here. They're not going to call timeouts and stop the clock. Wow. Well, the Bronx had trouble stopping Central tonight. Central definitely had a hard time stopping Colson Kuhn. Well, they never really did stop him. Bartlett will roll to his right, sets, throws, and it's incomplete. And the clock will stop with 2:40 to go. So the Bronx will go back to Laramie. And we're going to have a couple of ball games for you next week on Friday afternoon at noon. The Bighorn Rams will play. Don't know who they're going to play yet. That's for the 2A state title at noon next Friday at War Memorial Stadium. Sheridan Bronx will take on the winner of the other game, either Eastern or Turner County. That's a 4 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. We'll have both games for you on KWYO and 106.9 FM. Bartlett will empty the backfield.
WyomingFootball.com says this is the first 500-plus rushing yard game in an 11-man football game in Wyoming history.
There you go.
The others were done in 9-man and a couple in 6-man. The record for 11-man was Theo Dawson's 489 yards against Riverton in 2015.
And Colson just crushed it. Wow. I mean,
so that is the record for 11-man football.
That's just, but it's 2022. Unbelievable. Right. 2.5 to go. Clock running. 63-42 Bronx. Wow. 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 Bartlett will call his own number again, and he'll have the first down inside the Sheridan 35 before they finally get him piled up.
Bartlett on the run.
And the clock they'll move the chains, and then clock will start running again.
First down, Indians.
Man. They're 11-0.
11-0.
First and 10 for Central to Sheridan 29. Bartlett will roll to his right. Looking to throw now. He's going to tuck it and run. Flag down. And we've got one of the Bronx just getting mauled right now. The play's coming back. One of the Bronx defensive linemen was just getting pummeled by an offensive player for Central.
He should get he should get ejected.
I think
holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, that's an ejection right there because I saw it happening. The Sheridan kid's on his stomach on the ground, and the Cheyenne Central player just working him over. It's like, come on. Give him the thumb. Let's go. Don't give him unsportsmanlike or unnecessary roughness. Just boot him. You know, look, I understand you're getting beat. You just don't want to do that. Don't show your frustration doing that. It's not cool. This is the second time that's happened that Central's done that tonight. They mark off the penalty. You know,
they're just going to call it a hold, but
oh well, a hold with extracurricular.
Right.
I don't know. He's just pummeling.
Hey, one thing we'll need to congratulate Coach Mowry when he comes up tonight. This is his 50th win as a Sheridan Bronx head coach.
I'm just sitting here. People on the radio can't see it or the web feed. I'm just shaking my head. Just stunning.
Sideline warning. Sheridan.
Really? Well, that's because the Sheridan coaches give a sideline warning to Sheridan because the Sheridan coaches were going bananas after the player was getting worked over. Now the coaches are calling all the players together right now. Look at this.
Sheridan wants a timeout.
The people that are watching the web stream, the entire Bronx sidelines now is gathered up around the coaches. And I know what Jeff Mowry's telling the whole club. Keep
your heads. Yep. Keep your
head. We got 2 minutes to go. We're going to get out of here, and then we're going to go play for a state championship next week. But just be cool. Don't do anything because you get kicked out of a game, you miss the next one.
That's right.
So don't retaliate. And that's exactly what. And you know what? I kind of think the officials, I don't know if they said anything. It was a good move by Coach Mowry. Bring your guys over. Say, look, we got bigger fish to fry than this. This thing's over. I mean, the ball game is over for all intents and purposes with under 2 to go and the Bronx leading by 3 scores. And now Bartlett has his guys ready to go and get after the penalty. It's first and long back at the Sheridan 44. And they're going to go end around the other way, around the left side. And about 5 or 6 yards, a 5-yard gain. And that'll bring up second and long for Central. But again, clock will continue to run under 2 minutes to go. And the ball will be spotted at the Sheridan 39-yard line. Second and 15 coming for Cheyenne Central. Bartlett with counter in the backfield with him. And Bartlett to throw. Looking left and will go over the middle. It's going to be caught. And the receiver's going to pay for it.
Good job, the Bronx. Just, once the whistle blew, they stopped.
Yep. You know what? Keep the man in bounds. That's all you want to do. Keep him in bounds. Let the clock run. Now a minute to go. So it's official now. The Bronx will play next Saturday. At 4 o'clock is the official kickoff at War Memorial Stadium. Bighorn at noon on Friday. Remember, the Bighorn game's on Friday at noon. And then the Sheridan Bronx on Saturday at 4 for the state title.
The 10th time in 13 years in Laramie.
Crazy. Bartlett will throw, bubble screen out to Prescott. Hurdles one man. They're going to be cut down near the 27-yard line. He stays in bounds. Maybe 1 or 2 more plays. That'll be it for Cheyenne Central. And Central will burn a timeout. So will we. We'll come back for the finish. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Hey there, listeners. I'm every over-enthusiastic radio announcer ever. And if you think that's enthusiastic, then you need to check out Best Real Estate because we are enthusiastic about selling properties. So if you or someone you know is looking to buy or sell, we are your go-to real estate team. Call us at 675-BEST or visit our website at bestwy.net for all of your real estate needs. Brokered by EXP.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Oh, welcome back, everybody, as we get ready to wrap this one up. Half a minute to go. Well, back to Laramie we go.
It's such a fun trip, isn't it?
It's just...
We always talk.
How many times, we talk about Bighorn and Sheridan again.
Yep.
How many times has this happened where we've had 2 or 3 down there?
And we get down. He's like, Trevor, Shane, your room's down there.
Yeah,
we left your name on it from last year.
Yeah, from last year, because we'll just reserve your spot. Boy, these kids perform. Bighorn and Sheridan going back to go for state championships next weekend. Bartlett back. Be intercepted. That's how the game will end. The Bronx get a pick.
Cody Dunham.
Will end. It's over. Dunham with the pick. And all the Bronx have to do now is take a knee, and this bad boy is over.
Dunham gets to go ring the victory bell, and he's missed most of the year with that leg injury that happened last year. And so it's good to
ring
see
that bell,
back.
baby.
Yep, ring that bell. Enjoy it.
So the Bronx will take a knee, and their ticket is now punched to Laramie next Saturday. Colson Kuhn will get the official totals, but he's over 500 yards and 7 touchdowns for the Bronx tonight. Welcome to Colson Kuhn world. And there you go, victory formation, 1 snap, ball game over. The only thing left is the handshakes. Coming up, got the post-game show. Jeff Mowry will be joining us on the post-game show, and then we got a highlight show. We got a lot of highlights tonight. Oh, talk about lighting up a scoreboard. First Federal Bank and Trust post-game show is coming up. Stick around. Bronx win it tonight. Final score on the range scoreboard: Sheridan 63, Cheyenne Central 42. You listen to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
Bomber Mountain Nutrition would like to thank all of those who served, not only this time of year, but all year round with their Veterans Discount. Whether you're in the mood for delicious, nutritious, or somewhere in between, Bomber Mountain Nutrition has something for you, from its shakes, smoothies, energy drinks, Manchester Street coffees, protein-packed drinks, to pre- and post-workout drinks. You can also turn any smoothie or shake into a protein-packed bowl or waffle. Open weekdays 7 to 6 and Saturdays 9 to 4. Look for updates on Facebook and Instagram, and order Order delivery on DoorDash or come in at 41 East 1st Street.
It's been an exciting year to watch football so far. You never know what's going to happen. Make sure you watch all the action and don't miss a single game at your football headquarters, the Oasis Lounge at the Ramada Plaza. They've got the NFL package. The Oasis Lounge is open 7 days a week and opens at 10 a.m. on Sundays with food and drink specials just for football. The Oasis Lounge inside the Ramada Plaza in Sheridan.
Wyoming Corporate Office is located at 30 North Gould Street in Sheridan, and they provide a myriad of services. What is a registered agent, you may ask? The real question is, what aren't they? Wyoming Corporate Office can assist you in forming your LLC or Wyoming-based corporation, provide mail forwarding service, and accept legal and financial documents, and so much more. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
Are you looking to ease a financial burden, secure college funding, make home improvements, consolidate debt? Hi, this is Matt with Homestar. These are all things we can help you with. Don't let national news stop you from exploring options to solve your problems and ease your mind. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Grinnell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming is proud to welcome fellowship-trained sports medicine surgeon Dr. Daniel Lichty to their world-class team. Whether you're an athlete or wanting to continue your active lifestyle, Dr. Lichty proudly offers a full spectrum of bone, joint, and muscle care to help you stay strong. Visit bhosc.com to learn more. Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming, specializing in what moves you. Now open in Sheridan at 1301 Avon Street, Suite A at the Burton Flats.
Rooting for the home team is the Wyoming way, and the banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan are the 307's biggest fans. Banking with us means you're doing more than ever to support school sports because your money stays right here in our community. We're proud to recognize our hard-working athletes with youth sponsorships, and the local difference means the familiar faces you know and trust for your banking needs are the same ones cheering with you up in the stands. BuffaloFed.Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fremont Motors Sheridan Ford is one of the largest Ford dealerships in the state of Wyoming. They have a large selection of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs for sale. Stop by Fremont Motors Sheridan Ford to order your new Ford Bronco or Ford truck. Their experienced sales team are there to help. When you shop Fremont, you can count on them to deliver an exceptional dealership experience from start to finish. Visit FremontMotorsSheridan.com or stop by 1658 Coffin Avenue.
Lots of fresh faces on the lot at Hammer Chevrolet, Troy Baker.
Bob, we have a 2021 GMC Canyon all-terrain for $45,000. A 2020 Blazer Premier for $43,295. A GMC Terrain Denali all-wheel drive for $35,495. Or a Chevy Silverado half-ton with a 3.0 Duramax engine for $49,995. All of our pre-owned vehicles are priced below NADA book value.
Hammer Chevrolet, 107 East Alger, online, hammerchevy.com.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Can you tell Kevin that Trevor said for Kevin to go?
In business, in life, and in community, our values matter.
One of First Federal Bank and Trust core values is honesty and integrity above all else, to do the right things for their staff, customers, and community.
First Federal has been investing in our community for 87 years. We invite you to bank with us and see for yourself the positive impact a local bank makes on our community. First Federal Bank and Trust. Our values drive our business. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, everybody, on the First Federal Bank and Trust post-game show, and I'll get the highlight show coming up in a little bit, and that's going to be a highlight show for the ages. But Shane, final stats on Colson Kuhn tonight is absolutely incredible.
We're going to have Kuhn come up here, the coach.
Yeah, unbelievable. Officially.
This is official.
Official. 27 carries for 509 yards and 7 touchdowns in tonight's game. That is a new 11-man Wyoming state record. The other times there's been 500 yards rushed. It was either in 6-man or 9-man football in the state of Wyoming. Wow. So that's an official record for 11-man football. 27 carries, 519 yards, 7 touchdowns.
And that's what we witnessed tonight. We all witnessed it tonight, and history in the making. What can we say? It's history now for Colson Coons, Sheridan Bronx, that got him to a state championship game next Saturday at War Memorial Stadium. Again, it'll be a kind of a weekend doubleheader, championship weekend, Bighorn next Friday at noon, and the Sheridan Bronx will play Saturday at 4 o'clock. We'll get another break, and coming up here in a few minutes, we will talk with Bronx head coach Jeff Mowry as we continue on the postgame show, and stick around for the highlight show as well. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWY on 106.9 FM.
It's cold and getting colder, but Farmers Co-op is ready to help you stay warm this winter with premium wood pellets for your stove and deliver your propane to your place. Heating your barn or shop? They have kerosene and #1 diesel for your portable heaters as well. And don't forget the feed supplements for your livestock to get them through the winter. Come in from the cold with Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan.
Larry Storrow and the team at McDonald's would like to invite all veterans to enjoy a free breakfast meal that consists of a sandwich, hash browns, and a coffee at McDonald's on Veterans Day, Friday, November 11th from 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. It's McDonald's way of showing gratitude to all our veterans for their service and sacrifices. If you're a veteran, you're invited to come by any McDonald's in Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette on Veterans Day, 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. to get a free breakfast sandwich, hash browns, and a coffee. McDonald's, saluting our veterans both home and abroad.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT with EBIA Hearing and Sound. Hearing well is living well, and we're here to help.
Not only are we able to provide premier hearing aid technology with Bluetooth and AI, but we can address the environment in which you are hearing.
Our sound consultation services tailor solutions to fit your needs. Whether at work, at church, or at home, if you're struggling to hear, we can help.
Call EBIA Hearing and Sound today, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
Planning a project that requires block, brick, or stone? You need to contact the folks at Thompson Master Masons. They have the largest selection of brick and stone in town and 38 years of experience behind their work. Chances are, if it could be done, they've done it. Let Thompson's help you choose the best application for your specific project. Residential or commercial, give Thompson Master Masons a call, 672-7971. Or stop by their showroom at 135 East 11th Street.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, to Homer Scott Stadium. We'll be talking with Jeff Mowry here in a little bit on the postgame show. Joining us right now, well, it's kind of the man of the match, if you want to call him that. Colson Coons joining us on the postgame show. First off, Colson, congratulations.
Thank you.
At what point, you look at the scoreboard, 63-42. Did you have a feeling coming into the game, it's like, look, we're going to have to score a lot against these guys?
Not really. We thought that, honestly, it would have been kind of a low-scoring game because we're both running teams, and that kind of wears out the clock. But it ended up being a high-scoring game, and we scored like 6 in the first half, and then in the second half we just kept going. And, it was a 4-quarter battle. They kept responding, and it was a battle back and forth, and, yeah.
Every time they scored, you responded and scored, and that was big, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was huge.
How about, let's talk about this. And you can tell us when you thought maybe this was going to be a special night. 519 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Obviously you were feeling it. When did you start going, wow, we're having a heck of a night?
Just honestly, I didn't even really in the second half, but the whole time I was just thinking, we got to keep going. The game's not over, and we just got to keep pounding the rock. And then the fourth quarter, we were still only up 20 points, and that's still they can score 20 in a quarter. So, but really that was kind of when I was like, man, we're doing great. These guys, we got the job. We earned ourselves another week.
How about? And we don't talk about the O-line very much. But those are the guys that plow the road for you every single week. You're 11-0. They don't get a lot of the credit, but you put up 500-plus yards tonight. There's a reason for that. Yes, you're running the ball, but those guys are helping you out.
For sure. I love those guys up front. They came in the season, not a lot of experience, and now they are just incredible. They're amazing, and they get to work every single day, and they don't quit, and they get dinged up and stuff, and they just keep grinding. And I love those guys. I couldn't do it without them.
How about you and your seniors, the leaders on this team? Another weekend, a trip to Laramie. That's pretty awesome, isn't it?
It's surreal. Our senior year, and we only got 1 week left. We just got to take it in, and I couldn't be happier with the way we ended on Homer Scott Field.
Congratulations. Well done, my man.
Thank you.
You bet. That's Colson Kuhn, and we'll have Jeff Mowry step in here, and what a night. And, what a night, what a performance that we saw. Jeff Mowry's going to sit down, and we're just talking to Colson, and what a humble kid.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm sure I wasn't up here for the whole interview, but I'll bet the theme would be humble and thankful, and that's the theme of our team. They do a great job.
Dang, 63-42. Wow.
Yeah, I hope some people took the over on this one. It's not what I was expecting, but really put some points on the board, and our up front, it was a key to our we had to maintain the line of scrimmage. We talked about that, Trevor, early in the week, and I think our guys up front did a tremendous job of doing that.
Colson, 519 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns.
I think that was my senior season.
I was going to say, everyone here and people listening on the radio and watching our web stream, everybody in the stadium, witnessed history tonight. Amazing.
That's pretty cool. Didn't know about it. To be honest with you, that's awesome. That's a season's worth of yards in a game. That was impressive.
Shane said it was the all-time Wyoming record for 11-man football. 519 yards. All-time.
Wow. That's pretty sweet.
That's pretty good. Because I'm thinking 519. I haven't walked 519 yards in the last week. But anyway, he did it all at one time. Now, all of a sudden, it's like back to Laramie. Yeah. It's uncanny. I mean, and we talk about this. We set goals, and we want to do this and that. But the ultimate goal is to get back to Laramie, and somehow, some way, and I'm sure the rest of the teams around the state are scratching their heads. Here they come again.
Yeah, I got asked the question down there: Is it get old going to Laramie? And I said never. It's a new group of kids. It's a new group of seniors. It's a new group of leadership, and these guys have done a tremendous job growing our team. They got they selected the motto of Kaizen, and I think they've embodied it throughout the season. And we're not done yet. We've got to get better. We made some mistakes. We did some things that are uncanny of Bronc football. I took the late time out to talk to the team about things that aren't typical of Broncs, and we've got to keep our heads and be cool for 4 quarters, because we're going to have I don't even know who we're going to play, but it's going to be a battle for 4 quarters, and so we've got to get better. We've got to continue to get better, and we've earned 5 more practices, which is an awesome thing, and so we've earned 5 more opportunities to get better.
I'm just, since this whole process began back in 2007, yeah. This whole process started, and it was kind of a building thing for a couple of years, and all of a sudden 2009 state championship run, win the whole thing. And since 2009, when we went to Laramie for the first time, they just kind of punch your own ticket. I mean, 13 trips to Laramie now with this will be the 10th trip in 13 years. And 7 championships and 2 runners-up.
That's awesome.
Isn't that something?
That's awesome. Good group. We've had some phenomenal young men play for us. We've had some Coach Julian set the culture, and we've had some phenomenal assistant coaches. And there's not a better place to play football than in Sheridan. We have a great community, and we have great kids. And there's that belief when you walk into the room, the guys don't think they can't do anything. I mean. Everybody out there believes they can go get it done against whoever shows up, and so that's an awesome feeling, and it really says a lot about those guys back in 2007, 2008 that kind of started that culture. We are very thankful for that culture today, and Coach Julian and company put in a lot of work to get there, and those first few teams really set the basis for this.
Hey, congratulations, my friend! Your 50th head coaching victory tonight.
Not quite as impressive as 500 yards in rushing, huh?
It's pretty dang impressive, though.
But yeah, it was
congratulations, 50 and 8, all time.
Thanks, Jax. Yeah, I had no idea, but that's great.
Do.
Yeah, that's great. Hopefully we can go get 51.
You know what stinks about this? You're going to leave. We're all going to enjoy this tonight, and tomorrow okay, everybody take a deep breath. Coaches are back in the coach's office on Sunday, and we're back to practice on Monday, and everybody's going back to class.
Yep.
And so we get to enjoy it for a couple of days, and it's like, who's next, right?
Yep. And that's life, you know what? Good things happen, sad things happen, and the rest of the world continues. And so we're going to enjoy it and be proud of it, as we should be. At the same time, let's go back to work, because whoever we face on next Saturday at War Memorial doesn't really care how we won this game, because they've just won a big game too, and we're going to go toe-to-toe for another 4 quarters. And
that's going to be the T-Birds.
Is it?
From Cheyenne East. It'll be East Sheridan for another one. Why not?
That's a good squad. A lot of speed on that team, Trevor. We're going to have to. It'll be a different style of offense than we saw tonight, for sure.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you next week, huh?
Thanks, Jax.
You bet. That's Jeff Mowry, the head coach of the Bronx. I want to thank Jeff for coming up, and also big thanks to Colson Kuhn for coming up. Bronx get the big win tonight. We're going to get a break. When we come back, we're going to go to the highlight show, and there is a bunch of them tonight.
It's time for the Blodorn Lumber Highlight Show. Stay tuned for all the action from tonight's game right after this from Blodorn Lumber. Blodorn Lumber understands home improvement and construction in Wyoming. After all, as a Wyoming-based business, Blodorn Lumber's been serving Sheridan for over 60 years. Heck, the Blodorn Lumber Sheridan staff has a combined 150-plus years of knowledge. They put that to work for you every day. Have questions about your home project, new construction, or tools? Well, stop by Blodorn Lumber in Sheridan. They're always happy to help you out. Blodorn Lumber, serving Sheridan since 1957.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
1 season, 2 halves, 4 quarters, 1 halftime, 1 final whistle. A season of memories to last a lifetime. Don't let distractions turn those memories into tragedies. Texting while driving is a dangerous distraction. Sending or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving the length of an entire football field with your eyes closed. Whether you're driving to the game or down the court, WYDOT reminds you to stop the texts and stop the wrecks.
Paid for by WYDOT Federal 402 funding.
When it comes to printed, embroidered, or promotional product needs, there's only one choice in and around Sheridan County. That's Kilpatrick Creations on Brundage Street in Sheridan. Our knowledge and experience puts us ahead of all others. Our expertise guarantees you a quality and affordable product each and every time. Our pricing is fair and consistent, our garment selection is extensive, and our quality is unmatched. So for your next screen printed, embroidered, or promotional product order, go straight to the experts at Kilpatrick Creations. Remember, we're here to make you look good.
Mobile banking is a terrific service with numerous features, and Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union has it. With the Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union mobile banking app, use your smartphone for remote deposit, transferring money, paying bills, making loan payments, and more. Take a picture of a check and deposit it into your account. Mobile banking is fantastic at Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union, 141 South Gould, member NCUA, equal housing lender.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
1 season, 2 halves, 4 quarters, 1 halftime, 1 final whistle. A season of memories to last a lifetime. Don't let distractions turn those memories into tragedies. Texting while driving is a dangerous distraction. Sending or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving the length of an entire football field with your eyes closed. Whether you're driving to the game or down the court, WYDOT reminds you to stop the texts and stop the wrecks.
Paid for by WYDOT Federal 402 funding.
When it comes to printed, embroidered, or promotional product needs, there's only one choice in and around Sheridan County. That's Kilpatrick Creations on Brundage Street in Sheridan. Our knowledge and experience puts us ahead of all others. Our expertise guarantees you a quality and affordable product each and every time. Our pricing is fair and consistent, our garment selection is extensive, and our quality is unmatched. So, for your next screen printed, embroidered, or promotional product order, go straight to the experts at Kilpatrick Creations. Remember, we're here to make you look good.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back, everybody. We go to the highlights, and we got a bunch of them tonight. Colson Kuhn started us off tonight. We're going to say his name a lot, by the way. 7 touchdowns for Colson tonight. 11 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first quarter. We just got started. Kuhn goes 77 yards. The Bronx led 7-0. Same set. Colson will take the snap, so he'll run at the quarterback spot. On 2nd and 7, keep it again up the gut, breaks it. He's at the 35-40. Now he's into the corner midfield. It's a foot race for a touchdown. 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Colson Kuhn! Wow! Wow! Same set, Colson. And again, 7-0 at the point. But Central would come right back and score quickly as they got a kickoff return of 95 yards to tie the game at 7. And then it was 8:46 left in that first quarter, and it was Dane Steele scoring on a 35-yard run, and the Bronx led 14-7. And now Kuhn ready to go. He'll take the snap. Going to give it underneath. Gives it to Steele. He's going to run, and he's going to score. It is Dane Steele! From 24 yards, and the Bronx are back in the lead. And it was about 4 minutes later, Colson Kuhn did it again. This one, a 68-yard fake punt touchdown. Bronx went up 21-7. And Cheyenne Central is playing for a fake.
Yep.
They're not playing for a return. I think Kuhn's just going to kick this away. Let's see if Colson can get a good one. Cheyenne Central thinks the Bronx are going to fake it. I don't know if you fake it from your own 37, but they got 11 guys, and they're going to fake it. Oh, my goodness, running left. Kuhn with a first down and more. He's at midfield. Oh, he's got a chance. He's going to go. Oh, sorry about the laughter, but that's all you can do at that point is just laugh. That was bananas. I was laughing the whole time. That was crazy. The last 50 yards laughing. But again, 21-7 at that point. Bartlett would get a 1-yard touchdown run, and it was 24-14, and we were just getting in to that second quarter. But the Bronx weren't done yet. Kuhn would score again, 22-yard run to make it 28-14. 1st and 10 Bronx at the Central 22.
Kuhn's back at quarterback.
Grooms in there at the running back spot. Now the big shift comes. On first down, it's going to be Kuhn going left. Gets a great block from Groomsy. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Colson Kuhn from 22 out. And that made it 28-14. Then we went to the second quarter, and the Bronx would score 2 more. And it was Colson Kuhn scoring 2 more. First one, 11:05 to go in the half. A 2-yard run. Bronx led 35-14. So second goal from the Central 2. Haswell in motion. Give it to Kuhn. Colson is in for the score. Well, it's Colson Kuhn. Hey, welcome to the Colson Kuhn Show. That's how it started out, didn't it? It was the Colson Kuhn Show tonight. That was with 11:05 to go in the half. But he would get 1 more before half. 3:49 to go in the half. Kuhn 4 yards. Point after no good. Bronx led 41-14 at halftime. And Grooms is in there at the running back spot with Kuhn. Under 4 to go, clock running first half. Bronx up big, and Colson going to run it up the gut. Colson toward the goal line, gets hit, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, Bronx, Colson Kuhn. So we go to the second half of the Bronx leading at 41-14. Cheyenne Central would score on the opening drive with 8:19 to go in the third quarter. They led the Bronx led 41-21, and then the Bronx would strike back less than 2 minutes later as Gilbertson hit Kettner for an 11-yard touchdown pass. The 2-point conversion good. The Bronx were up 49-21. Grooms will come out. Gilbertson will stay in there at the quarterback spot, and Grooms will come out, as I mentioned, and it's Kuhn back in there. 6:26 to go, third quarter, 41-21 Bronx. And 2nd and 6 from the 11-yard line of Cheyenne Central. Now Kuhn will go into the backfield. He'll take the direct snap. Take the give. He's going to throw. And he's going to throw, and it's going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown, Matt Kettner. And I think it was Gilbertson that threw it.
Yep, it was.
And Gilbertson's the one that threw it. And again, the Bronx led 49-21, but Central would not go away. They would score the next 2 touchdowns to get a little closer and make it a little more interesting. Bartlett hit Whitworth on a 75-yard touchdown bomb, and then they got another running touchdown with 11:04 to play in the ballgame to make it 49-35. But the Bronx would start to close it out with 8:38 to go in the ballgame. Kuhn, 25-yard run, 56-35 Bronx. 2nd and 10. The ball again just outside the 25-yard line of Cheyenne Central. Give it to Kuhn, running right. There's some running route there. Shakes one man, then another. Now he's at the 10, at the 5, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Colson Kuhn. 25 yards. And that made it 56-35. Bartlett hit Prescott on a 42-yard touchdown pass with 5:42 to go to make it a 56-42 game. And then the Bronx would finish it off with 3:08 to go. The 7th and final touchdown for Colson Kuhn, 16 yards. PAT good. Bronx win it tonight, 63-42. Well, why not just get a touchdown? He's got 6. I think 8's the record for Sheridan High School. I think that might be safe. And Kuhn will take the direct snap. He'll run to the right, cut back, look out. 5-yard line, at the goal line. Touchdown! Colson Kuhn does it again. And the Bronx are over 60 points. 63-42, your final. Colson Kuhn, 519 yards, 7 touchdowns. The Bronx will take on Cheyenne East next Saturday. And again, we'll have 2 games for you. We'll start on Friday at noon at War Memorial Stadium. Bighorn will play either Cokeville or Lovell for the title. Those 2 teams are playing tomorrow. So it'll be Bighorn at noon next Friday. The Sheridan Bronx at 4 o'clock is the kickoff. We'll be on the air at 3:30 with the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show. Should be a lot of fun from War Memorial Stadium Friday and Saturday next week on 1410 KWYO 106.9 FM. So that's going to wrap it up tonight. Big thank yous all the way around. Of course, Shane Parker back with us for the broadcast tonight. Also, our live stream producers tonight, the guys that make it happen, Steve Schreffler, James Timberlake, who's sitting alongside me now, making it happen. And a big tip of the cap to Coleman Hanchett. Coleman giving you all these sideline shots tonight. So great job, guys. We're going to go ahead and do it again next week. It's going to be a lot of fun.